while our Angels battle under the lights. And our Ducks bring the heat on the ice. We're breaking it all down. No filters, no delays, no missed moments. This is the Halos in the Infield postgame show.
Hey, welcome in everybody to Noble. I am Todd Fox along with Vince, the Cowboy. How you doing, my friend?
Doing really well. I mean, hey, we get 2-for-1 special today. How about that?
Yeah, you got drink specials down here at Noble, and then you got the Angels winning 4-0. Ducks just getting underway right now against the Minnesota Wild. Let us know how the sound sounds, because we had a little mishap with that again, as we always do. But it looks like we're good to go. So if you guys are in for a watch party, we're there for you. And we'll see what happens here tonight, right? Predictions on the Ducks game right now. It just got started.
Oh, man, if the defense holds up, I feel like it's going to be a low-scoring game. There's not going to be any high-scoring games, at least these last two games, because obviously the Ducks are pulling for a not just clinching a spot, because we already have it, but they're going to be pushing for that division, and it's not going to be easy. People forget that at the end of the season, yeah, you clinch the playoffs, but guess what? When you're pushing for a division, that other team is going to stop you any way they can. And knowing the Minnesota Wild, they're definitely going to pull out all the stops against the Ducks. And I think if I had to make a prediction right now, 2-1 Ducks.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that too, because you got a sense of urgency right now. The Ducks need this win big time because, like you said, the division's wide open. They got the Nashville Predators up next, and two teams that, the Wild are in. Nashville's out, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so they got to take advantage. Obviously, they didn't take advantage the other night. But right now, Anaheim's 12:52 left to go in the first period, and there's an offside penalty, or offsides right now. And then the Angel game we're watching, keep an eye on that one right now. In the fifth inning, Angels have a 4-0 lead thanks to 3 solo blasts in that first inning. So you got some wild stuff going on tonight. Both teams need the victory. Obviously, it's early for the Angels, but to get back to 500 once again with Detmers on the mound would be good. And then, but man, if the Ducks can get a W tonight, is Edmonton idle? We got to check the schedule. If those two Edmonton and Vegas,
They got one more.
But so they've already played today, or
I think they play tomorrow.
Okay, they play tomorrow. So if they're idle, I think we could jump them with a win today, right? Because we're 1 point back of both, right?
Yeah, we can jump with a win, but I mean, obviously 2 wins would be a lot better, of course, because we would definitely get the division for that for sure.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that me and Dom were saying that 95 points should get you the division.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're right now they're at 91, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, those 2 wins you were talking about, bro, would help immensely. But they got a tough task tonight. Do you think Minnesota sort of takes the foot off the pedal, knowing they're already in?
I mean, from where on their side of the division, of course, they have they got Colorado already securing the top seed. So, I mean, pushing for home ice at this point. I mean, because the Ducks are in the same boat right now too. Because I think if they win today and lose on Thursday, I think they still get that home ice advantage, if I'm not mistaken. But it's another reason too how crucial these games are. You talk about the division, obviously. I mean, everyone talks about that. But at the same time, you got to take home ice into consideration. And if I'm the Ducks, of course I want to start at home. And you don't want to start in Edmonton because the first 2 games in Edmonton, we all know how the fans are. We all know how the team is. They're hungry right now. They've been hungry for the past 3 years or whatnot because, look, Connor McDavid and Leo Draisaitl, the NHL, for sure, the league wants those two to get a championship. But the good thing is a lot of teams, well, actually, the Florida Panthers said, hey, you're not going to get it this easy. So right now, Edmonton has the mentality of, hey, look, third time is the charm. We all know the old saying. That's what Edmonton is hoping for. But after seeing how this season has been between the Ducks and the Oilers, they've been exciting games. Let's not forget the last game was a 6-5 victory. 6-5s do not exist in hockey.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that. In hockey, you see a lot of 3-2s, you see a lot of 2-0s, you see a lot of low-scoring games. But to see the last game of the season, which was, or not last game of the season, but last matchup between these two teams, Edmonton and Anaheim, it could easily be, and it should be, game of the year for sure, regular season game of the year, depending on what goes on in the playoffs. But going back to the Wild, I don't think they're gonna pull off on the gas a little bit. I don't know if they're not gonna pump the brakes. I think they still want to at least get a push for that home ice advantage. But at the same time, you do want to rest your players, especially at this important time of the year. But it also depends on your opponent. Knowing the Ducks, hey, they're going guns blazing right now.
And it's weird for hockey teams to take the foot off the pedal, at least all the way. Like, they're not football teams that rest most of their starters going in, but it's pretty crazy that, and shout out to the chair and Royley Quack on there. Royley Quack says the Kraken and Canucks are going to play big roles as they play the Oilers and Knights. So we would love for them to play spoiler like they did against us. But shout out to you guys, and shout out to your pops, Royley Quack. The Kings have gotten into the postseason. Who would have thought? They fired their coach, a third of the way into the season, or no, more than a third, halfway through.
Yeah.
And they've made a tremendous run. So the Kings and Ducks will be in the postseason for the first time in a long time. So that's something to watch. But yeah, going back to your point, dude, I mean, I would love to see Minnesota lay off a little bit, but I know hockey teams usually like going into the playoffs, guns a-blazing, well-rested. And right now, as the Ducks are on the power play, they're trying to get the puck inside. Minnesota's playing a good passive box. Here's a shot from the corner. That one's just nice. Shot wide. Ducks still have control in the blue line. Trying to get the early advantage here. We're halfway through the first period. No score. Angels, on the other hand.
There we go.
Woo! Yeah. McTavish, right? McTavish with a goal right there.
Yeah.
What was that, a wrister or what was it, a slap shot?
Oh, that was a wrister for sure. I mean, we'll check the replay to see, but yeah, that was just pretty sweet. And that's the one thing that the Ducks have really improved on is their power play offense for sure. I mean, it makes sense because we got the best power play coach in the league right now. So that gives you a lot of wrister. There you go.
Yeah. And who was in front right there
that was Kilron.
Kilron was right there blocking the view. Nice play right there. We've seen that happen to the Ducks many times where they don't clear out the right in front of the goalie, and it costs you. And right there, it costs the Wild, and it's 1-0 Ducks.
Super huge. You want to get on the board early and just, I mean, it's cliche, but any sport, you want to get off to a good start. And I mean, I'm looking good halfway. I did say 2 goals.
Yeah, but you know what's funny though? As you say that cliche, the Ducks have not played to that cliche all year.
That's true.
How many times? I've never watched a hockey team start down that many games and win most of them.
Well, what's our nickname for them? The Cardiac Quacks?
Yes.
Yeah, they live up to it for sure because, I mean, coming from behind it's fun for the fans, but as a player, I thought that was it.
It's a lot of pressure. Nice save right there. A little pushing and shoving after the hold, but it's nice to see McTavish, who's an assistant captain, coming through with a big-time goal right there because it's guys like him that have been overshadowed by the other all-stars this year for the Ducks, and if he can contribute in the postseason, watch out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think just anybody. It's not just McTavish, but Cutter Gauthier, who's finally back, and I know he missed a good amount of time with that rib injury, and which makes sense because rib injuries, the thing that sucks about rib injuries, there's no surgery involved. You
correct.
Just have to heal on your own. So you're literally just sitting at home doing nothing. You can't move. It's hard to sleep. So I could just imagine how many sleepless nights he had. And now for him to be back on the ice, like it couldn't come at a perfect time. And, when he came back on Sunday, there was a lot of confidence. Unfortunately, it didn't go our way in overtime. I know every Duck fan was frustrated. We were frustrated in the group chat for sure. All my Duck friends were like, what the hell is going on? Are we going to figure it out? Now's not the time to start to fall apart. I think last night with the hearing the news of clinching does give a little bit of help. I think the pressure is off a little bit because you don't have to think about getting into the playoffs. Right now, you have slight pressure on getting home ice right now because I'm looking at the standings right now. I got them in front of me. So we are just 1 point behind the Oilers and we're 2 points behind the Knights. For the Wild, on the other hand, they have no chance. They already secured them. They're set. So, yeah, they can pump the brakes a little bit at this point, which could benefit us a little bit because, hey, like I said earlier, guns blazing. We're guns a-blazing right now. So tonight would be totally huge because we would one up on the Oilers. But at the same time, we need to depend on the Knights and the Oilers to basically fall right now.
Yeah, you need to do scoreboard watching. Nobody likes to do that, unfortunately. And as a team, this is going to be a learning point because, you had 2 devastating losing streaks in the season. If you win half of those games out of those losing streaks, Vince, this division's been wrapped up for 2 weeks.
Exactly.
But the fact that they had, was it a 7-game homestand? I think went 1-6. You can't do that. And I think that's where next year they're going to learn. And if they lose this division, in all actuality, yes, you'd like to have home ice, like you said. But if they lose, it's not a bad thing because you're going to look back, and I'm sure the Coach Q will say, you learn from your mistakes. Next year, you finish what you start. Because obviously the Ducks didn't finish. They had a lot of terrible penalties, a lot of terrible misplays on the defensive end that cost them games. And, if they're able to pull this out, it's a miracle. But, nice pass.
That was I know. That was a nice little reverse right there. And usually those get made, but nah.
Yeah, the guy got the stick in there for the Minnesota Wild. I need you to stall for a minute. I need to get us a little beverage.
Yeah, you got it. But we got both games going on pretty well. Of course, the Ducks got the puck right now with 7:52 left in the first. 1-0, of course, the score. Ducks have had 8 shots on goal versus the Wild's 3. As the puck is going to go into the Anaheim zone, Lacombe is going to get it back. And if you're watching the Angel game, we got the top of the 6th inning. 4-0 Angels still. Jorge Soler, who had a home run earlier in that first inning, is up. Got an 0-1 count against Cal Weathers. And Soler swings and misses at a changeup, 0-2. Back over on the Ducks. Ducks trying to get possession back, but now the Wild got it. So, still playing some defense. Lacombe gets a steal. The Ducks are just probably, I would say, milking the clock just a little bit. And Wild are going to push it back out, but the Ducks still have possession of the puck. Now they're going to shoot it back over to the Wild side. The Wild pick it back up. They're going to bring it back, going the other way now. Just a lot of back and forth for sure between these two teams. And, hey, the Ducks have something to play for right now. Of course, the Wild, as I mentioned, they are securing their number 3 spot. They're already secured. They have nothing to worry about. They don't have to worry about home ice. They don't have to worry about dropping to a wild card spot. They are secured. We got 6:15 left now in the first period. Wild working the puck back up. And we're going to get an icing or offsides, I believe. So stoppage of play, 6:07 left. And then back over on the Angels side. Well, there's a little break right there going on. Just highlighting the 3 home runs we had in the first inning.
We get a chance, we got to try that other light. I don't know why that one's not firing up, but we'll fire it up because it'll get dark. Here's the new one right here.
Oh, there you go. Promotion now.
So we're at Noble L. Here's the Alpha Red. And here's the official Heady beer.
That's right.
So, there you go. Oh. Thank you, sir. All right. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
So we have the perfect pour as well.
Yes.
So cheers, my friend.
Let's do this.
Back here in the first period. Angels are rolling right now in the 6th inning, by the way. 4-0 shutout. Was not expecting that from Detmers. Let's talk some Angels here.
Of course.
Very, very disappointing, Kikuchi. I think, like you mentioned in the chat earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been all over that guy. Very big disappointment. 4 starts, not one quality start, not even over 5 innings. He's been pitch count way too high. Detmers had one non-favorable start in Houston, but outside of that, he's been pretty decent, right?
Yeah, I think he's just figuring it out a little bit. And, I mean, we talk about it all the time. I mean, I think everybody is mixed about it. I'm going to say it again. It's the Mike Maddox effect. Obviously, as I mentioned on Thursday's post-game show we had together, I said, are guys willing to listen? I think this group is willing to listen, especially the younger players with Detmers and Kohanowitz, especially because those two guys, they didn't have the best years last year. We all know that. Jack K was every time he touched the mound, we're like, what's he going to do next?
Yeah.
Every single Jack K start, for sure, you're just a little bit nervous. And then even Detmers a little bit here and there too, but at the same time, Detmers was in the bullpen. So I think he just had to find himself a little bit more. And I think he earned it back in the rotation. But I people might not agree with me on this. I got to give Mike Maddox some credit, if not majority of the credit, for Reid Detmers' decent year so far, even though he did have 1 or 2 bad starts or decent starts. But yeah, I got to give some credit to Mike Maddox.
Oh, there's a Maddox effect. I'm 100% with you, and I'm with Fernando as well. I agree with you as far as Maddox making benefits to this team, and also I'm with Fernando as far as if they're struggling this year, Maddox can't fix them. So if the guru can't do it, it's time to cut bait. So there's certain guys on this team that they got to get it together or else. And one of the guys, we've seen a little bit better things from Anderson, but in that spot last night, I would have loved to have seen Hunter Strickland. You guys brought it up.
Yeah.
I think that's his role. Why is he starting in the minors to start the year? I have no idea. I get it. They had a DFA to get him back, but they could have easily brought him as soon as the season started. But as far as like Kohanowitz, like you brought up, I think Kohanowitz has really good stuff. He's just not consistent pinpointing accuracy. And Soriano's got the best movement. I mean, he's found it. Like whatever he's done, I think there's where the biggest Maddox effect is taking place. I mean, dude, could you have thought in a better situation or scenario where the Angels have an ace that we've been starving for the last decade come out and, they're always saying, oh, ace pitcher. He's never really an ace. But this guy, through the first 4 games, is unhittable.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned on Thursday that he's placing his sinker a lot more. But another thing that I didn't make note of, and I think it made sense because I didn't find out till the next day, that he's implementing his fastball more too. He's thrown his fastball 23.8% of the time so far.
Really?
It's his second most used pitch right now.
Okay.
The sinker, of course, is number 1.
What about the knuckle curve? That's pretty devastating.
I think his knuckle curve is being used like 9%, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
So it's just an out pitch.
Yeah. Well, I think, and I think that's what's providing him the success, because remember when the first show that I joined you guys was when we talked about the Patrick Sandoval and Griffin Canning.
Yes.
The one thing I said about Griffin Canning, why he was having his struggles, they were implementing his fastball a lot more. They were depending on his fastball because they knew he could clock 97. They knew he can clock 96 in that range. And they basically, the pitching coaches he had kept telling him, hey, keep using that fastball. Beat him with your fastball. However, in games where he was successful, mainly it was the Dodger games. His best games that I've seen him pitch were against the Dodgers. Why was that when the Dodgers are a fastball hitting team? Number 1, when he used his fastball, he was using them to chase, throwing those high fastballs eye candy. But he was also implementing his changeup a little bit more too. And that's what was making them look bad, and Wild just tied it.
Yes. Some guy with a long-ass name just scored for Minnesota. And we are tied at 1 here in the first period as rebounds right there. 2 rebounds in a row.
His last name's got 50 letters in his name, none of them vowels.
Yeah, unfortunately, 1-1 right now in that first period. They could not clear the puck right there. There's a first shot, rebound.
That just snuck in. Yeah.
Off the bat.
That's off the pad. That makes it even worse. And now
Angels,
the Angels got bases loaded.
yeah, Angels got the bases loaded.
But to finish the point of Griffin Canning, the off speed and like the non fastballs were being used.
Oh yeah,
And I think that's what
hey,
Jose Soriano's doing right now too. The knuckle curve. Once you mentioned the knuckle curve, I said, "Yep, there you go." That helps out a lot.
yeah. I mean, the knuckle curve is an outstanding pitch, man. Here come the Ducks trying to get it back down right now. You know, but with Soriano, like that's the thing too. I mean, a lot of pitchers get in trouble, like you said, with a fastball, as a setup pitch or to try to just find the strike zone to establish it. And he's establishing it with secondary most pitchers secondary third pitches. He's nailing them with his best movement, which is awesome.
And he has an arsenal of pitches. I mean, it's not just like 3 or 4. I think he's got like 5 right now.
Oh yeah,
he's got because every pitcher has at least one changeup. You know, it's like some guys don't use it a lot, but if it works, it works. You know, kind of way. So, and unless you're Trevor Hoffman, who depended on the changeup all his entire career, and then you got Mariano Rivera, who depended on the cutter his entire career. So, but that's relievers though. It's a whole different story. Starting pitchers, of course, you do need an arsenal of pitches. I mean, my favorite one is Michael Lorenzen. I think he has like 7 in his back pocket.
Yeah, that guy's a wizard, right?
Yeah.
So right now you got the bases loaded for the Angels with Mancada up there. And he comes through with a hit. Yeah.
Please score 2.
Did they get 2 or 1 on that one? They got 1. Station to station.
No,
they got 2.
They got 2. There you go.
Oh, a fight breaking out in the Ducks game. So back and forth we go.
I thought coming in this was going to be easy. No, this is harder than I thought.
Yeah, right. And then you look at this too. They had no business losing last night's game, which makes me even more mad. You were frustrated. You said you couldn't even be around your dad. It's like, and it's that's the fan side of it. I mean, it's frustrating. And look what they're doing tonight. The Yankees bullpen stinks.
Yes.
So you knock out their starters, you're in good shape.
Yeah.
And the Angels still have a scoring opportunity here with first and second. Peraza's up, and the Ducks are in a literal fight right now, as it's going to be a power play, though, to the Wild.
Yeah.
Seneca in the it's 4-on-4, actually. So there's a double penalty. They're going to count that fighting one. That's weird. Usually they just go, they put them in the sin bin, and that's it. And they go 5-on-5. But we're going 4-on-4 for 2 minutes right here. So a lot of open hockey right now.
I love that nickname, the sin bin. It literally is a sin bin if you think about it. Yeah.
I first heard that playing NHL. What was it? It was NHL 2000 something or other, and he's all, oh no, to the sin bin. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
I like PlayStation 1.
Yeah. That was way back. So right now the Ducks trying to. Oh, the turnover right now. They got it in the zone. Oh, another almost turnover. Here come the Ducks on a slap shot. No, that one's poked away again.
Yeah.
Angels in danger, or the Yankees in danger of getting this one really into a blowout right here. 6th inning, 6-0 Angels. First period about to wind down in Minnesota, tied at 1.
It's 4-on-4 too, yeah.
4-on-4. Here come the Wild. Nice turnover, a little bit of a trip or a fall. Saved by Dostal.
Oh, wow. That could have been, thank you.
Woo.
I look back and I remember the old days of John Gibson and being, biting my nails every time he was at goalie. But I mean, Dostal has his moments, but at the same time, like he is a heck of a goalie. We've had a fair share of dominant goalies to come through the pond. I mean, it all started with Guy Herbet. He is the original Ducks goalie, and then right after him,
another hit.
Another base hit. All right. Station to station, or
Station to station.
Yeah. Play it safe. There's no point in trying to push for a run with nobody out.
Oh yeah.
Just keep the bases loaded for now.
But going back to what you're saying with the goalies.
Oh yeah. So and then after him, of course, Jay Shagir. I still think he is my personal favorite Ducks goalie, of course.
What's up, Mark? Good to see you, bro.
But
hey,
I think for sure Jay Shagir is the greatest Ducks goalie
Alpha Red
of all time. I was just saying that Jay Segura is the greatest Ducks goalie of all time, in my opinion. Yeah.
Very, very clutch.
I'll tell you this though. You know how we talk about what were the players that made us fall in love with a certain sport? We all talk about, me personally, Tim Salmon made me love baseball.
Oh yeah,
Game 2 of the World Series, that was the day I fell in love with baseball. I already liked it at first. I played it, pony ball and stuff. But after watching that World Series at Game 2,
wait, are we gonna get an interference call here? Or are they gonna call roughing or?
We'll see. Well, 4.6 left. I mean, what's the point?
Carlson went down. What are they calling? Tripping or slashing?
No, that's tripping.
That means they got
slashes this.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got Carlson. Yeah, because I thought when he was into the they got Middleton.
There you go.
Oh, base hit.
Another base hit. Yep. Oh no, they got it now. I'm sorry. Nope. Scratch that.
I thought the way it was. Yeah, my bad.
I know. That's because they threw it back in, but
that's the trouble of watching two big ass TVs. Oh, he caught it right there. Okay, got it.
There we go. All right, so 1 out. I mean, it's okay, but at the same time, it's not.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go to intermission.
Big opportunity for the Ducks to take advantage going into the second period. At the score right now of 1-1, but they're going to have a 4-on-3, which is a lot of open ice, my friend.
Oh yeah,
for a good minute 40?
I think it was minute 40.
Minute 50 around there. Yeah,
right.
So looking good so far. 6-0 Angels. Bases loaded still, and Neto's up there with Trout on deck. Let's see what happens.
And Neto's trying to,
he's going with that uppercut swing, man.
I hope he figures it out.
Mikey.
I hope he figures it out in a few days or so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a raffle here. We got Angels stuff. We got Duck stuff. So
intermission raffle, yeah.
There you go.
But to finish my point, we got caught up so many times.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, Tim Salmon made me fall in love with baseball. Game 2 of the World Series for sure. But when it came to Ducks hockey, some say Timu is Korea. No, Jay Segura.
Oh yeah,
because that playoff he had in 2003, you had a hell of a playoff when you won the Conn Smythe Trophy and your team lost.
Yes.
Connor McDavid back in 20. Was it this past year or last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Okay, there you go. 2 years ago. Connor McDavid, another example too. I think they're still the only guys in history of the NHL to win the Conn Smythe Trophy but lose but not win the Stanley Cup.
It's very, very rare.
That's that's badassery at its finest for sure.
Now here's an opportunity. What are you calling right here? Mike Trout's up 2 outs. Neto struck out. Bases loaded. Does he come through again, my friend?
The way that Mike Trout's been hitting the ball, probably a line out to short.
He's been hitting the ball hard. Good eye right there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded for the Angels. Last 2 hitters, Teodoso popped up and Neto struck out. So it's all up to Trout. Trout has 7 RBIs in the first 2 games here in the series, including 3 home runs. He hit his 3rd of the series today. There it is. Oh!
There it is.
Yeah!
Oh! I said line out.
Yeah,
I did say line out.
Everybody wanted that one.
I said line out.
Yeah, you called it.
Just wrong guy.
Yeah, you called it.
Hey, Rob, did you see that? Rob, are you?
That was close, man. Oh.
Every message we get from Rob is, hey, Trout's hitting the ball really well.
Yeah, look, even though he's been struggling a little bit and he had a little bit of time, he's been on fire, dude. He's been able to, his toe tap looks great. The hitting, it looks a lot better than usual.
Yeah. We got a raffle going on, so we're gonna keep it down on a little bit.
Keep it down a little bit, yeah, for sure.
But we have commercials on both ends, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about it here too. Let's just parade this out there. That is the new Alpha Red. Look at these sexy cans right here at Noble Ellsworth right here. You got the Heedy logo on the back, so we're partnering with them as far as for the beer. It's pretty good. It's like a red beer right here. You look, very smooth. Very smooth, right?
You know what? I will say this. Honest opinion. I'm not a big red ale guy, but this takes the cake.
Right?
This is an exception, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. So, like, that's what we want. We want that type of quenching of thirst, and I think this is it right here. So, good stuff right here. Good stuff.
Yes.
Let me check the light real quick. If you want to talk some halos real quick, let me check the light. I gotta get this light working.
Well, I just saw an advertisement right now during the commercial break. Star Wars weekend is this weekend, so any Star Wars fans out there, come out to the ballpark this weekend. I mean, if you go on Friday, you get a Mandalorian jersey, and Saturday, I mean, hey, just enjoy the fireworks show, and then Sunday, well, bring the kids out because Sunday's for the family, right? I mean, and I'll be there Saturday actually. So yeah, if you see, for the listeners out there, the viewers, if you see me at the Angel game, come say hi. I don't bite. The hat's not that intimidating. Neither are the boots, but at the same time, come on by, say hi, like I mentioned. Just get my raffle ticket really quick to make sure. I don't know. Might get lucky right now. We'll find out. Okay, first raffle's done. So we'll wait for the next intermission, I'm assuming. We'll look over at the Angels right now, since, of course, the Ducks are in intermission. Got Detmers back on the mound, throws a first pitch curveball to Paul Goldschmidt. Unpopular opinion. I don't know why actually, it's not even an unpopular opinion. It is a popular opinion. I don't know why Goldschmidt is a leadoff hitter. Put it that way. And, change up right down the middle for a strike. Royally quacked. You do have a point. I don't want to give Artie my money. Well, you have a point. Oh, 2 count Detmers. Please throw one in the dirt. That was okay. I don't know about going with a fastball on 2 strikes. You might want to throw one in the dirt, but I have a feeling, based off what I've been watching in this game of baseball in this new generation, you don't see a lot of pitchers that are going for that curveball in the dirt. Oh, okay, there you go, slider. Well, that worked. So Detmer strikes out Goldschmidt with a slider. Goldschmidt goes down swinging. We got one away. That was a perfectly placed slider. And you know what? Goldschmidt was waiting for it for sure. He sat on it. Got to give him credit to that. And now you got to face Aaron Judge with 2 outs, actually. That was 1 out, my mistake. Who's my favorite Angel? Great question. It depends. So if you're talking all time, it's Kingfish. For Angels, I mean, Mike Trout is pretty obvious for a lot of people my age and this generation of Angel fans. However, I have started to have some favoritism toward Nolan Shonowell. If you listen to some of my hot takes, or if you watch some of the hot take episodes I've had, or if you heard me on the show or on the Postgame show, well, I've only done 1 so far, but I plan on doing more. So I'll be seeing you guys a lot more, hopefully. But, everyone's schedule is different. But Nolan Shonowell is one of my personal favorite players on the Angels because, number one, he's a first baseman. He's what position I played all my life, basically. And then on top of that, I love the way he approaches when he's at the plate. This year's a little bit different because I've been talking about it. I've been very vocal about it. How when he got to the league, when he would get to 2 strikes, he had a 2-strike approach where he choked up on the bat and he would widen his stance and he would stay short to the ball and basically try to foul off and work at bats and just put the ball in play, basically. A lot of guys in the league don't do that anymore. They're swinging for the fences even with 2 strikes, and it's something that you cannot do in baseball. I know I'm repeating myself because I've said it in the past, but prove a point. So Yeah, Noah Shonawell right now is one of my favorite players, not named Mike Trout. Let's put it that way. I know for sure. Judge strikes out on a curveball from Reid Detmers. Looks silly on that one. And Angels still have a 6-0 lead going into the top of the 7th. Well, Detmers is dealing. He figured it out so far. Okay, Mike. Yeah, Shonawell, I agree at this point. But, only time will tell. You just got to be a little bit patient. But at the same time, I mean, I get your point, what you're saying. But his approach is a lot different. I think he needs to go back to his 2-strike hitting, in my opinion. It's just I think his strikeout rate will cut down a bit. I've noticed he's striking out a lot more because of that new approach that he has. But I think another thing that kind of affects him too is that he's batting number 3 in the lineup. When you bat third in the lineup, you're not the type of guy that's going to choke up on the bat. And when you get to 2 strikes, trying to avoid striking out and trying to stay short to the ball, it mainly happens to the leadoff hitters and to number 9 hitters. The non, three, if you don't hit 3, 4, 5, you're going to do that type of approach basically. So it makes total sense. But at the end of the day, yeah, Noah Shonawell, I think he is going to be a successful player sometime in the future. I think with him being rushed to the majors affected him just a little bit. But you know what? I mean, look at Zach Neto. When he came into the league, he was not, the superstar. He didn't have the Mike Trout effect. Well, Mike Trout struggled a little bit too in his first when he got called up in 2011. But 2012, he just lit up the show, obviously. And then when it came to, with Zach Neto, same thing. That leg kick was kind of affecting him a little bit. Once they said, hey, you need to get rid of it, just do a toe tap. Guess what? He's one of our stars now. And yeah, this team is pretty young right now. I do see a lot of success in these players, but they do have their flaws. Case in point, Logan O'Hoppe, as I'm reading your comments. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough to see with Logan O'Hoppe because if you send him down to the minors and he figures it out, you're going to have to – you have Travis d'Arnaud catching full time. I don't know if a lot of people are fans of that. I don't know if you bring up one of your young kids, young catchers. That's the only option you have. And Joe Adele just ripped the bases up the middle. Sat on a changeup. You want to talk about an improvement, Joe Adele for sure. And he's batting third, which is something that I'm not a big fan of. Actually, I kind of am a big fan of right now. I think he could be a solid number 2 hitter. Unpopular opinion. I don't know about Mike Trout batting second. I think Mike Trout would be a good number 3 hitter. I think it sits well with him. However, I believe the reason why he is as a number 2 spot, he doesn't get as many effective pitches as a 3 hitter or as a 3 hitter. And it makes sense because 3-4 hitters and Soler, you do not pull a pitch on the outside part of the plate. If there's things that piss me off, there's 2 things. Number 1, swinging for the fences with 2 strikes, and number 2, pulling an outside pitch. Because it's either going to be a ground ball to third or a ground ball to short. If it's a fastball on the outside part of the plate, shoot it to right field. Okay, that calmed the nerves. You can control pitch count. Let me see. Shonawell needs a whole new stance and swing. Yeah, I agree. Had no power in what he's doing, especially for the 3 spot. I agree with you totally for sure. He's not a power hitting guy. I'm gonna throw it out there. That's why I believe he is a good number 2 hitter. For the type of batter that he is, yeah, he's a number 2 hitter. And it's kind of funny to say it because you look at the league right now. A lot of number 2 hitters are turning into power hitters. Am I a fan of it? Not really. I think the old school method of baseball needs to start making a comeback. I know a lot of people don't agree with it because they want the power numbers. I mean, you look at some of these teams like you look at the team up north. I don't like saying their names. You know who I'm talking about. The team up the 5. Freddie Freeman's a number 2 hitter. Well, not anymore, but he was for a majority of his time. And then for when he was with Atlanta, he was a number 2 hitter for sure. And he was solid. And he's solid. I mean, he is a solid number 2 hitter. Why is that? Better pitches. I think if Freddie was a number 3 hitter during that World Series run for the Braves in 2021, I don't think he has that much of an effective postseason as anybody. Because if you look at that Braves lineup, the number 3 hitter was Ozzie Albies. Second basemen don't bat third unless you're Jose Altuve with the help of a trash can, but that's a different story. And but Freddie Freeman batting 2, yeah, that's why he's been super effective.
All right, sorry it took so long to jump back on.
No. The good thing is I'm a talker.
Oh, that's good.
I think you know that by now because I have a feeling there's times where I'm talking and you're just in the back of your mind like, Vince, can you stop for 1 second I can talk?
No, trust me. On this page, it's good to talk. Obviously, I mean, between me, you, and Dom, we talk enough. Fernando doesn't talk enough. James is funny, and he needs to play off of people. And sometimes Rob is like, I talk too much. I'm like, bro, you talk the least.
No.
So, yeah, there you go, right there. So far right now, we're in the 7th inning. Runner on for the Angels. I think that's Ohapi up, right?
It is, and I mean, somebody in the comments said that the Angels have too much long of a leash on Ohapi, and I said my point, but it's kind of tough because you do want to build a franchise player, but at the same time, when you're playing like the way he's playing, you're a little frustrated.
Yeah, because you expect so much more out of him. I think in one case, you're thinking that he's going to be the guy that is going to not only defensively carry the team, but we're expecting not a Will Smith-like performance from him, but we're expecting something like a Benji Molina. Like, give us 20 homers, maybe 71 RBIs, bat around 265 to 280 around there. Because I think we saw flashes of that last year and the year before where he got close to 300. He was batting average-wise one of our best hitters. He's lost that. He's gone to more of a uppercut swing, more of a launch angle. And whereas if he would square the ball up more like, say, for instance, Adele's doing, Peraza, guys like that, I think his production would go up and he would accidentally hit home runs.
It's the Brady Anderson effect.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, but it's kind of odd to say that because why isn't Adele uppercutting? Why isn't Peraza uppercutting? Why isn't Grissom uppercutting? And I know he just came back. Why isn't Adam Frazier uppercutting?
They're trying to change the narrative because these guys were stuck when they were uppercutting, right? And now it seems like they found a new thing. And lo and behold, look at Joe Adele. His average is like the best so far in April, right? Like he's tearing it up. He's doing really good. So, and Adam Frazier, like I thought he was going to be a bust, bro. I'm having to eat a little bit of crow so far. He's actually come out and made some solid contact. And the one thing that if you're going to say there's any effect, I believe in the hitting, whether or not, batting average is still towards the bottom. There's still work to do. But I would say their patience and the fact that they're seeing a ton of pitches.
I will say this. I think Adam Frazier.
Yes.
I think Adam Frazier is the how would you say it? the Jonathan Lucroy, the 2019 Jonathan
Oh,
Lucroy.
yes.
Yeah,
yes,
because remember when Lucroy came in, 1-year contract, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So if we win, great, but at the deadline, he was trade bait.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Don't be surprised if Adam Frazier falls in the same category this season.
Well, it all depends if Perry's willing to part with one of these guys, because usually Perry's like, nah, I don't want to trade him. He has depth or he has usefulness. Even though that he's not, he could help us out with prospects, help the overall the system.
I think because he has a valuable bat, in my opinion.
He does.
I think a lot of if he continues the streak that he's on, there are going to be playoff teams that are going to come in and say, dude, we know you don't need him.
Yeah, yeah.
We know you don't. And I think there's got to be somebody who's going to, I think, put sense into Perry and think, look, it's time to build a future.
Yeah.
At some point. I think this is the year to do it. I think this is the year to build the future, because this is supposed to be, quote, the year to compete. But when you have the young group of guys of Soriano, Ohapi, Neto, Shonowell, Moore, Paris, whoever's down in the minor leagues, you want to build around that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And a guy like Adam Frazier, who already in my mind is a fourth outfielder and a utility infielder.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So I think that's highly useful to other teams as well if they truly want it.
Thank you.
Thanks, boss. They're taking care of us over here at Noble Ale Works.
Okay. I never thought I would drink on a podcast. This is a first for me.
Yes. I will say this, Vince, I love having you on the show. Every time you come with it, since your appearance last year at Tahiti Network, we've been blessed to have you, man. So
I'm honored.
I appreciate having your takes, the Halo hot takes, the hoedown hot takes.
Oh, yeah.
And everything you do with Fernando, your stuff at the, his little shorts that he does, questions, trivia at the Angel games. That's valuable, man. And I love the fact that you are so tight with the Halo boys too.
Well, hey, Saturday. I mean, hopefully I can get some content in. So if you're out there listening, watching, yeah.
Look for the badass cowboy hat. You can't miss them.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, I've been seeing some hats and boots lately at the stadium. I think I'm starting to trend again.
I think so.
Yeah.
You're not the only one. It's just you have the sexiest hat. So that's all I'm saying. So right now, face-off 1803. The 4-on-4 is over with. I believe they're back at 5-on-5.
Yep, it is.
And the Angels right now are in the bottom of the seventh inning, still 6-0 Angels. Ducks in the blue zone, or in the defensive zone for the Wild. I still wish, bro, like, I get it fits the Dallas Stars because of, the Dallas Cowboys and the Stars of
Lone
Sheriff.
Star State.
Yeah, I get it. But I do miss the Minnesota North Stars. I think that's a better name than the Wild, that's for sure.
Hey, I never got to see him play, but I missed the Hartford Whalers too.
Yes. The Hartford Whalers were a hell of a team. And you want to talk about a small market, bro. That was a tiny market.
or the Quebec Nordiques.
Yes, them too. If you ever get a chance, I mean, when Carolina does it, I think once or twice a year, they go in the Hartford. They look, those are some fresh jerseys, man. Oh, there it is. Oh,
whiff, yeah. I'll tell you one name that you probably won't see because it's Winnipeg. Atlanta Thrashers.
Yeah. But what's weird is when they're talking expansion, because they're actually talking to add 2 more teams to the NHL. Atlanta's being talked about again.
Okay. I have a lot to say about that.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh my God!
Oh, they got out of it. They got out
turnover.
of it. But still, like that's scary.
Yeah, that was a terrible turnover. Bad puck handling by Dostal. Woo! They
go back the other way. Yeah. There's one thing that irritates me. Why? Okay, so you get rid of teams in different cities, but then you expand. You want those cities back.
Yeah,
it's like with MLB expanding. Montreal's on the front of the line right now. It's like, hey, you had your chance to keep the Expos in Montreal.
Should have, yeah. like,
but to be fair though, I'm actually happy we do have a team in Washington. I will say that.
yeah, Washington needed a team. They needed representation. I think Nashville would be a good spot to get a team.
I will say this:
that city's blown up.
If Nashville gets a baseball team, hire me for broadcaster.
Yeah,
I'll move to Nashville in a jiffy. I'll fit in right perfectly.
you would.
Yeah,
You absolutely would.
yeah. I'll even ask hey, can I broadcast with the hat on? Don't even give me a headset. Just give me the mic and I'm good.
I'll be naked and I'll just have the hat. Portland would only work if that royally quacked if they had an indoor or retractable roof.
Which
those are expensive
because that's what Seattle. That's the reason why they're successful. Please, Moncada.
Nice.
Okay, to be fair, Moncada threw out an injured / banged up Giancarlo Stanton. Sorry.
Yeah, he's about a quarter of what he used to be.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't care if he bounces it; he got it there. You know what I mean?
You know what? Okay. You and I know playing ball.
Yeah.
As a first baseman, personally, give me a long hop, please. If it's a long throw, don't try to throw with all your might because you might overthrow me. Oh, Neto.
And nice play. Yeah. That's 7 strong for Reid Detmers. We're going to the 8th in the Bronx. The Angels are making up for yesterday. 6-0 Angels. Wow. All right, I like that. So,
but as a first baseman, yeah, just give me a long hop. Don't try to be a hero and show off your arm. A long hop is a lot safer bet for sure. Short hops are scary in itself, but yeah, what Moncada did with that long hop was just perfect as a third baseman and the position he was placed. That's what you need to do.
Oh yeah, spectacular play,
especially with an unexperienced first baseman.
Yeah,
because if you do a short hop, who knows if Grissom catches it?
And it's funny. Gary DiSarcina. Oh, here we go. Steal right here. 2-on-2.
Come on, Leo. Oh,
no. I just lost control of puck.
Yep.
But back in the day, Gary DiSarcina wasn't the best and did not have a Neto-like arm. They had, they had some pretty average shortstops. But guys like JT Snow, Wally Joyner, later on Darren Erstad, some of the best pickers I've ever seen, dude. I mean, you would have 2 hoppers or balls straight in the dirt. They'd be doing the extreme stretch.
Yeah.
Stuff where I would rip my nutsack trying to stretch for. They were making tremendous plays standing up and throwing the ball. I mean, it's an art when you're playing first base like that and you can make play after play after play.
You can add David Eckstein to the list, too, of shortstops as well.
Yeah.
Didn't have the strongest arm.
And it's funny. You bring up Eckstein. I always felt when they hit one deep in the hole, he had to rear up with all his might to get it all the way across.
Didn't he crow hop a few times?
Yes.
You know what? When you look back at the World Series games and the highlights, I would look at the plays at shortstop. I'm like, dude, stop crow hopping. But at the same time, it made sense why he did it because when he got drafted, I think he was a second baseman.
Yeah,
when he came to the league, so
he shouldn't have been at short. But when you had Adam Kennedy right there, I mean, that was your solid D up the middle.
Yeah.
So, and then later years, who was an Angels shortstop that I loved, and he played. I think he played second base too, but he played mostly short. Orlando Cabrera.
Oh, see,
he was mainly shortstop. Yeah, I love that dude. I thought he had so much range, and he did not get the respect that Eric Ibar, David Eckstein, and others got at short. I was like, man, dude, he never got that, or even David Fletcher. He didn't get that kind of love.
I loved watching Orlando Cabrera play, especially the bare hand plays he would make too. That's something that you don't do. I mean, you try. Oh, did Mercado do it?
I think he got it.
Yeah,
he did. Mercado. Woo! All right. And the Angels are up a touchdown in New York, 7-0.
Chargers leading the Giants. There's a lot of them.
The Mercado fan club in full effect.
I mean, honestly, the Halo boys are kind of have a personal beef with him because when we had the Revolution night and we did the roll call, he didn't acknowledge us.
Oh wow.
People forget that.
Yeah, I mean, and in that kind of like moment too, that's a one-time thing that the Angels have done, or at least it's not like a everyday thing. The players should have played into that, and most of them did, like you said. You got to acknowledge that because that is dope. I mean, you guys took over the entire freaking section. That's hard to do.
Yeah. It's to this day, it's still one of the most wildest days I've experienced, and it would have been amazing if it resulted in a victory. Yeah. Because now it's just like we're worried about the next Revolution. It's like, crap, they're not. Are they going to perform? You know?
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Lazy says, "Don't forget Mighty Meiser." I like that guy too.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing about OC, Isturis, other guys like that. Look at their averages, bro. Like their batting averages were special. They were never below 260. You had those hitters like OC was always 280 and above.
Yeah.
You know, Isturis would come off the bench or he'd give you a solid 270. So, yeah, I miss that, dude. I miss the art of hitting.
Well, I mean, also let's not forget Mickey Hatcher was the hitting coach at the time,
best hitting coach ever for the Angels.
Yeah, and then like I'll never forget when he got let go when they fired him back in 2013, I believe it was or 2012.
He was a scapegoat, dude.
Scapegoat. I mean, but I the reason why. Think about the lineup we had in 2012. We had Albert Pujols, so how do you go from a franchise or organization that was full contact hitters to what we had in 2012?
Yeah. Which
is probably why Mickey Hatcher was let go.
Yeah, because he didn't fit anymore what they had. You're right. And they were asking OC too to hit like 20 homers at that point. You had Juan Rivera.
I think Mickey Hatcher would be a perfect fit for this team currently right now.
Can he come out of retirement?
It's a hot take in itself.
Yeah. Oh, I would love that, dude.
Because you look at the lineup. I mean, how many? It's like just Trout and Adele are probably the only, or Soler are the only power hitters. But the rest of the lineup can hit for average. Mickey Hatcher would probably have a field day teaching these guys to hit.
And to be honest with you, right now, you brought up Soler. The way he's hitting, he's got a nice inside-out swing. And more of a contact one where he's not exactly looking to hit home runs either.
Because he's coming this way instead of this way.
Yeah, he's reminding me a lot, dude, of Torrey Hunter. I could be wrong.
Good point.
Good
point.
He's boy. I'm really impressed by his hitting.
But at the same time, it's kind of a contract year. It's a walk year for Soler. So the guy wants to get paid next year.
And you know what? If the Angels are out of it, would you consider trading him?
I would.
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah,
I would. Because there's a lot of the cool thing is foul ball. Because the benefit of the universal DH, which means that all 29 teams are in on him.
Oh yeah.
Whereas if we were back to the old days of the National League pitchers hitting, only 14 teams are in on him.
Yep.
So when it comes to the deadline and we're out of contention and there's teams looking for DHs, guarantee you every playoff team that's in the running for him wants him.
That's where you need to cash in. I think the Angels have been behind the eight ball. Not making the moves has been the problem. They could have helped restructure this entire minor league system over the last couple of years with a couple of these moves. You put Ohtani in there 3 years ago or 4 years ago now, that when they could have traded him with a year and a half left to go on the contract.
6 prospects.
Yep, you could have had that. All those other players that they traded, you could have had more players back if they didn't make those moves to quote unquote contend. This team would be in a different spot, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, 100%. And Peraza works a walk. I like it.
Did he walk? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, well, because he's found off a lot of pitches.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are hanging in there doing a hell of a job. And
I do see a lot more working to the counts on this team. The issue is runners in scoring position, we're not executing.
Yeah, that is still a problem. They fixed the walks because last year we were last in walks.
Yes.
They're first in walks right now. You do have a lot of opportunities in these games, but like you said, you got to finish, and that comes with adjusting. So some of these pitchers will bear down and throw their very best pitch or do a combination that you haven't seen in the at bat to give you a different look. Oh, bad turnover!
Bad turnover! No.
Bad turnover!
1-on-1. Here we go.
Oh, what a save!
What a save!
Woo! Oh my God, was that terrible? But a nice recovery by Dostal.
If we win this game, look back at that play.
Yeah. But see, unfortunately, this happened against Vancouver 3 times.
Yes.
They left Dostal out there on a freaking island.
Yeah, as I mentioned on the at the top of the show, the defense has to wake up in this postseason.
Yes.
This playoff is, I mean, regardless of what sport it is, defense is the most important thing that's going to get you far in the postseason. You know, baseball, it's pitching because, you know, baseball is different compared to other things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But like in baseball, pitching and defense comes into play because you know your offense is not going to score 10 runs in the game. You know your offense is going to average 3 to 4 runs per game, maybe even 2.
Yeah.
And then you look at basketball. Yeah, there's a couple 100-point games here and there. Basketball's a little bit different. It's about who can get on a streak. Basketball I don't think is much of a defensive phenomenon when it comes to the postseason. I think it's more about, can you get on a streak? Can you get on a scoring streak? Football, then it's defense.
Yeah.
Football, for sure, it's defense and special teams. If your special teams does their part and kick those 3-pointers that, you know, you don't want those threes, obviously, but those are going to benefit you when you get into the red zone and maybe you do score. And those 3 points, like, hey, you know, it's a good thing we kicked that field goal earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas as a Bronco fan, Sean Payton made the biggest mistake against the Patriots and going for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
You take the points, I think if you take the points, the 3 points, it's a whole different outcome that game for sure. And then we're not talking about a Seahawks versus Patriots Super Bowl, in my opinion. But defense for sure, like that's what it comes down to. Hockey for sure. The Ducks need to depend on their defense for sure, 100%.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's going to be a point of emphasis next year. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a trade to get more veteran presence on the defensive side, more fighters, more guys that are going to keep, the pressure off the goalie, all kinds of stuff like that. Because, and just guys that are crisper passes. Like if you had a Troy Terry like defenseman, that would help. I know Carlson's helped out since he's been over there, but you're going to need a couple more Carlsons, I believe. Killhorn's nice. Zellweger's okay, but they make mistakes, man. And you can't be having it if they're trying to win games, especially close games.
How about this? Draft or sign more American defensemen.
There you go.
And that's the one thing that I've always noticed too, is like I've watched hockey majority of my life, but I never got religious about it. But since I've been working at Honda Center, I've been more religious in a way.
Yeah.
And I always wondered that I would look at NHL rosters, and the first thing that comes to my mind is, why are there so many American defensemen? Why are so many defensemen players in the NHL Americans? But then when I talk to my friends who are hockey like geeks, basically, they all have the same answer. And I say a statement, and they actually agree with me. Canadian hockey is all about offense.
Oh, yeah.
American hockey is all about defense. And they all say the same thing. Yes, you are correct on that, which makes total sense. Because how did we win the gold medal?
Well, due to defense, man.
Exactly.
I mean, absolutely.
Because if you look at, because the shots on goal is like 42-28.
Yeah.
The Canadians had 42 shots on goal, and the Americans only had 28 shots on goal, which goes to show that the Canadians were depending on the offense the entire game, forgetting about the defense, and think like they weren't playing the American way. They were playing their own way. I think if the Canadians were to do more defense in that game, they probably would have won it. And you think about the shots that they had. I mean, probably the save of the century with Hellenbach.
Yeah.
Off the stick. We're going to be talking about that for generations.
Oh yeah.
And everyone's going to say the same question: where were you when that save happened? Where were you when Jack Hughes, scored the golden goal and whatnot? But
yeah,
just watching that game, it just goes to show that defense won a gold medal that day for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I think, and the beauty part about that hockey Olympics in general was you had the iconic goal by the Americans to win it, the iconic save by the men, and then you had an unbelievable behind the back, getting around the goalie, or not the goal. Oh, geez, there's a Wild scoring again.
2-1 Wild.
That's a big goal.
Yeah.
Midway through the second period, Ducks once again not being able to clear the zone. Nice pass, gets in between a defender, goes glove side.
That's tough. I mean, that's what happens when you get around the defenders.
Yeah.
It's just poor defense right there for sure.
That is poor defense.
Yeah. But you were saying about that, the Olympic run for the USA.
Yeah, the women's goal was iconic too. I think that one gets lost in the shuffle because they played their ass off. Trout just couldn't sneak it through. Double play him.
He almost beat that out.
Yeah. Hey, 4 years ago he does beat that out.
Yeah. Remember that 2018 game when he had 11 total bases?
Yeah.
He had a ground ball in the hole to Didi Gregorius and he still beat it out.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that because John Schmaltz made a comment saying, "Wow, can he fly? Wow!" And Mike Trout only needed one look. He just looked once, put his head down, and he beat it out.
Yeah,
that's all he needed.
Dude was fast, man.
Yeah,
he's lost a step, but not all of his steps.
Exactly.
He's still pretty fast.
But that USA hockey run was just amazing. And then to see the men and women to win the gold medal. That was just special in itself. I mean, it's something that it's like you never thought it would actually happen because look, we haven't won since the 1980 Miracle, and then the women's they won back to back at one point.
Yeah.
So it's I think we missed 2022 for women's, but we won in 2018. That was special. I'll never forget that game. Watching it, I think I was playing ball at the time. I was in the Winter League.
Yeah,
and I'll never forget that save right there in the shootout. Oh, I was just so hyped that when that happened. And then, unfortunately, at that time, the NHL was not in cahoots with the Olympic committee, and the pros couldn't play in the Olympics. But we had professionals overseas. And we never went back. And you know what? The best decision we made was to go back to the pros.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Because
collegiate wasn't going to get it done.
Yeah.
And the thing is, for me, the only thing that would have been more perfect for us as fans and to celebrate the U.S. would have been if Russia was able to play. But obviously, because of war, they're ineligible for anything Olympics wise. And since they are the aggressor, you would have had Serbia, Russia, teams like that. And Russia is the one that I think it would have meant, yes, it meant a lot to beat Canada in both men and women. Believe me, it did. And but imagine if they were to take out Russia like they did in 1980. I mean, that would have been crazy.
No, I get your point. And, Randall Gritchick, a former Angel, decides, I'll play good for other teams, but not for you guys.
Sort of like Jesse Chavez. The 3 times he was here, he was ass. He goes to Atlanta every time. He's like an all-star.
I know. He had a 2.5 ERA as a career as a Brave. Who does that? But at this point in the game, I mean, Detmers, his fastball is probably a little flat right now, so I'm not surprised. Well, here comes the guru.
That's Maddox. Yeah. Let's see if he set. I mean, it would be pretty outstanding. This is obviously his best start of the season.
Every former Angel ever. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. All right, here come the Ducks trying to put the pressure back on. We're more than midway through the second period. Ducks are now finding themselves down 2-1. They had their opportunities, but they could be down 4-1. Dostal has made some really good saves in this game, including a breakaway.
Yeah. But to prove your point, I understand what you say about beating Russia would be just as nice too, because they are beating Russia in any Olympic, like summer or winter, is still pretty special.
Because everyone thinks of, and they are, and justified, they're cheaters. They're cheaters and they're a-holes as people. They're always aggressive. Shout out to all my Russians out there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I thought that was the one.
I thought so too.
Yep, that was a McTavish too.
McTavish finding the hole in the defense right there.
But you know what? Beating Canada is much sweeter, especially after 2010. That's why.
Yeah.
I think that. And then I actually saw a T-shirt from a friend of mine. I think it's one of the best T-shirts. Like I low key want to buy it right now. So it says, it's from Barstool Sports. No, I'm not promoting. I'm just saying it's from them. But on the back of the T-shirt it says, "Things Americans are better than Canadians," and it says it says things Canadians are better than Americans, and it crosses off hockey because we beat the Canadians in hockey this year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's up, left on base right there? He says, "What's cracking, Todd Fox?" Everyone checking in right now. The Yankees have something brewing now. It's 1st and 3rd. Nobody out there in the bottom of the 8th inning. That might be it for Detmers at this point.
Yeah, they're trying to milk a little bit of warm-up toss in.
Yeah,
here comes Kurt. Yeah.
Kurt's coming out.
Yeah.
Still, either way, that's a hell of a start.
Yeah, you got to give him a lot of credit. 7 innings shutout.
Yeah.
I mean, but obviously, if those runs scored, they're going to be affected to him. It's just up to the bullpen to do their part.
Yeah, not a bad start. We'll give it up to him right there. Yeah. So Detmers exits right now, breaking the action, 1st and 3rd for the Yankees. Still 6-0.
If the lead holds up, Stamos Award for sure for him, in my opinion. Yeah.
McTavish goes to the sin bin, thanks to the the puck going out by Dostal. So now it's a huge penalty kill right here. Here we go.
Shorthanded. I would love shorthanded right now.
We'll take it. Come on. They're not able to bang it in. That's what she said.
But, shorthand goals are really risky because then, getting back on defense for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You want to do those. You want to take advantage of it, but at the same time, you're better off just throwing it down the ice and just melt the clock. Oh, nice hit. Thank you for the aggressiveness. Is he still down? Nope, he's good. All right. It was like he was down there for a while.
7-0.
Just just the beauty of hockey, the aggression. The only sport where aggression is legal. And that's the unfortunate part about this generation of sports. I mean, with the exception of hockey, but you look at the other 3 major sports. You look back at the 70s and the 80s. Yep, clear it. There you go. But you look at, like, my dad grew up in the 70s and the 80s, and he said, "Man, football was so much fun when everybody hated each other."
Oh yeah.
It's like he grew up watching, for all the Raider fans out there, Jack the Assassin Tatum. He didn't care who you were on the other side of the ball.
Oh,
he was going to kill you in some way, somehow.
The Raiders were that's why they had that one, what is it, Gridiron Gang movie? Because that's basically the Raiders.
Yeah.
Left on base too often says, "Yo, is that Sean Wooten next to Todd?" It could be. Although you're slimmer.
I am slimmer, yeah. But I also shave too, so.
There you go.
Yeah.
You could probably hit it as far as Sean.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's a good hitter.
Yeah,
Vince
he was
is a very good. No, I'm saying you are.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. You can handle your own.
We need a softball game again. I'm itching for one.
If Fernando ever moves out here, he's trying to get a baseball game going. Oh, there we go. Ducks trying to get down. Oh,
are we gonna do traditional baseball or 1800s baseball?
I would like to play traditional.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Come on, Carlson.
Come on, Leo.
Yeah.
Oh.
There it is. Suck it in.
Get it back.
Oh.
Terry that wasn't Terry. Never mind.
They had 2 point-blank opportunities, the Ducks did. Whiffed on both of them.
I mean, we're getting those shots in, that's for sure.
Yeah, we
it's
are.
Not like we're, 21 shots on goal to 14. Like that says it all right there.
We're just not able to finish. We're like the Angels of runners in scoring position.
Oh, yeah.
Man, those are 2 really good opportunities, point blank.
Yeah,
Oh,
and Leo has been solid on those shots too.
Oh,
okay,
woo, what a save!
Yeah.
Dostal hooking it up again.
Yeah. And we go to commercial break. So now back to the Angels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I was wrong. I was still thinking it was 6-0. It's 7-0.
7, yeah.
Well, first and third right here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'll take a double play right now. You know, you sacrifice a run for the double play. You know, that's all that matters.
Hey, a win's a win, dude. That's why last night, if they would have won 10-8, fine, whatever. 10, even if they win in extra innings, 11-10, yeah, you'd like to get a starter a win or blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, I don't really care. Look at that thing up there.
Yeah, I'm missing, though.
Yeah. I don't know why they didn't put you up there.
The thing that irks me, though, about last night, though, I mean, besides the loss, like, once that game ended, there was already posts on Instagram, Twitter, whatever, saying, you know, already it's April and we got game of the year. It's like, it's game of the year because the Yankees won.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, it's like, there's, you know, I mentioned to Fernando a couple weeks ago, baseball fans have a love-hate relationship with MLB.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you know, I did make one point. It's, you know, I know it's controversial, but who's listening in a way? I believe, this is the worst generation of 4 major sport commissioners. Rob Manfred, MLB, Roger Goodell, NFL, Adam Silver, NBA, and Gary Bettman for the NHL. Because they've done some controversial things that not a lot of us agree with.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Manfred with the whole, you know, the pitch clock and like some of the comments he's made too.
The All-Star game stuff.
And then and then still implementing the blackouts in a way too.
Which is dumb because you could bring so many more fans in, and a lot of people are out because of that.
Yeah. And then with Roger Goodell, with his, like, you know, the way he handles suspensions on certain players for domestic abuse, like, that's just something that really, you know, 2 games for Ray Rice.
Yeah, the NFL leads the league in domestic abuse. I mean, like, how many unfortunate women have been dragged out of elevators after being half beaten?
Yes.
I mean, it looks like Diddy.
Yeah.
Like, is Diddy running the league?
Mm-hmm. And then with Adam Silver in the NBA,
he's ruined it.
Well, okay, it's a mix of 2 people. It's him and LeBron James.
Yeah.
Because what I've noticed too, it seems like Adam Silver's not pulling the strings. LeBron James is, because whatever LeBron does or says, Adam does.
Yeah.
For example, why does the play-in games exist? LeBron mentioned it.
Yeah,
okay.
That's pretty stupid too.
Why does remember when the All-Star game you get to draft your players and they got rid of the Eastern versus Western Conference Finals? Who thought of that? LeBron James. Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of a mix of 2 people. It's Adam Silver and LeBron James that's ruining the NBA right now. And then, you know, side note, the political stuff too. Yeah, that's involved too.
And too many threes, not physical play. There's a lot that goes into it.
And
big
then,
out right here.
Yep, fly out.
I don't think they're going to score.
Too shallow. Yeah, they're going to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no point.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
so double play, we're out of it. There you go. Ground ball, we're out of it. And then Gary Bettman. Gary Bettman's responsible for 2 lockouts.
Yeah, that's been pretty pathetic. However, he has regrouped better because actually hockey's like at its peak right now in popularity in a long time. So I'll give him credit a little bit.
Yeah.
And the fact that the league has expanded in a good way.
Yeah. But also too, I think another plus that I think I've been having this statement for a lot of people. The USA winning the gold medal game,
huge.
It's going to put a lot of people in the seats for hockey games.
Correct.
Hockey's going to we just started the United States gold medal win, just started a new generation of hockey players right now.
And correct me if I'm wrong, dude, but the 4 Nations was must-see TV. Yes. I loved it. That was a brilliant move. Brilliant move.
Yes.
The only thing that'll make it better for me, got to come up with a better name when Russia's back. You got to bring him, man. Yeah. You got to bring him.
Yeah. No, Russia will come back.
Because F Russia.
Yeah. Yeah. But who do you take out? Finland?
Oh, I think you make it like 6 or 8 teams. I think.
What's another country?
Add Serbia.
Serbia. Okay, yeah. Good one.
I mean,
that's a nugget.
Yeah, I mean, you got Sweden in there. Maybe add Finland.
No, Finland's already in it.
Okay, yeah,
Finland. No, it's USA, Canada, Finland, Sweden.
Okay, then you have Serbia, Russia,
teams, yeah.
Maybe Croatia,
possibly.
Yeah,
or even Denmark.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could get 2 lower tier teams, but I mean, you got to have a group of 8. play a quick tournament, take 2 weeks off in between, and you can finish the whole thing out. I mean, it was must see TV to me. I loved it.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it too, especially USA Canada 3 fights in 5 seconds.
Oh yeah,
Who does that? Who
that's
does that?
awesome because they were playing their asses off. They're like, hey, I don't want to lose to them. They don't want to lose to us.
Yeah.
So it was great.
Well, I mean, hockey grows in other reasons too, because number one, USA winning gold is gonna grow in America for sure, but number two, the shootouts are also helping it as well.
Overtime rules, as well.
Overtime rules are helping out, and then the shootouts because I had this conversation earlier today.
They got to run.
The only way up. Okay, well, you know okay. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You got the out. That's all that matters.
4 outs to go.
Yeah.
It's all yeah.
But I had this conversation earlier today. People ask why soccer in America is not as popular as it should be, kind of thing. And here's my answer: there's no shootouts.
Yes.
Once you implement shootouts in hockey, in soccer, once you implement shootouts in soccer, Americans are going to tune in. Because what's the point of playing 90 minutes for a tie? Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
It's like you watch baseball. You don't watch baseball for a tie.
That's why they got rid of it in hockey, to your point.
With the shootouts,
yeah. And what I love about it, and it's funny because in World Cup play, they don't have, you have to keep playing. You play golden goal, right?
Yes.
And then it's shootout, right?
Yes.
So I used to hate soccer, right? But since I got with my girl, she's soccer heavy. We sat down and watched the entire World Cup, and I was into it, bro. There you go. See,
there you go. Yeah,
our boy Omar right there with the Liverpool representation. Yeah. So, Paris. I have no idea. Paris Saint-Germain. Okay, PSG.
There you go.
Yeah,
PSG. Right. Which also proves another point that I have is what would help grow the game of baseball, because obviously that's the biggest topic right now.
Mm-hmm.
And what, especially Manfred, he's trying to find out ways. I have this, it kind of sounds asinine, but who cares? You do something that the NHL does. End of the second period. We want to throw that out there really quick. So it's 2-1 Wild. Hey, Ducks do have one more shot. So don't give up, people. Don't give up. They're the cardiac quacks for a reason.
Yes, sir.
But one thing that would probably help baseball a little bit more. You implement. That's not me. You implement something that the NHL does. The NHL, what they have after regulation: 5-minute overtime, nobody scores, you go to shootout. Here's what baseball can do during the regular season, not in the postseason, obviously, but in the regular season. You have that one extra inning. You do have that 10th inning. Okay, you have the 10th inning. Thank you. You have the 10th inning. If nobody scores in that 10th inning, do the swing off.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Swing off would work. There you go. All right. A Trout bobblehead went. I like the swing off. Hey, let's do a quick cheers. Mario bought a round. Omar. Salud. Vince, get in here. Come on, Vince. Let's go. Come on, Vince. Yeah. All right. Cheers, everybody. Oh, yeah. Just drinking that Noble Ale beer. Heaty right there. Oh, man. Tasty.
I still got to work tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah.
But I'm asleep good. So to be fair, I'm asleep good.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Kicking Ducks don't care. Yeah, they got to get that urgency up right now. Ducks losing to a. Yeah, I mean, look, the Wild are a good hockey team. They're playing very physical, but the Ducks got to get their heads out their butts. They've had their opportunities tonight. They've just missed a little wide. Those wide, and they've had some good goaltending all around to keep them out of the net. So hopefully, fingers crossed for that third period. These are 2 big points.
Got a little Mexican candy promotion right now.
Yes.
Yeah. Might have to try some later on.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, sample. Oh, yeah. Throw them over. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, though. The pizza was pretty good, though.
I didn't get the pizza.
Oh, I got some.
Let me try a couple of these. Whew. Oh, thank you, bro.
Just put it down, yeah.
Yeah, screw it. I'm going to grab this one and this one. Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah.
That's good stuff. Thank you. There you go, OC Sweets. Man, Angels are doing really good.
Got out of it. That's a good thing. So
Yeah, right now they're doing raffles here at Noble Ale Works. We're enjoying our Alpha Red. And then it's got the Heedy logo on the back. Oh, yeah.
nope. So not winner. So not a winner.
I'm 570.
At this point, yeah.
That's really good, though. That candy,
Oh yeah.
that's really good.
I can still taste the spice in the back of the tongue.
Oh, yeah. I'm digging it. So right now the Angels got 7 runs, 11 hits. The Yankees 1 run, 4 hits. The Angels have struck out 12 times tonight. So they're back to striking out. Zach Neto, believe it or not, he's got the golden sombrero.
Well,
4.
somebody, I don't know who said in the comment, but already nacho night for sure.
Yeah, they're 2 for 8. Runners in scoring position, 7 left on base. Detmers' numbers are 7 innings pitched, 1 run, 4 hits, 9 strikeouts, bro.
There you go.
99 pitches.
You know what sucks though? Nobody has him in fantasy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like rostered in like 5% of people's leagues.
He's not one of those guys that you pick up, for whatever reason.
I'll tell you this though, I got Soriano in one of my leagues, so I'm good there.
Yeah. You're kicking ass right there with Soriano. 5'8", 5'8",
5'6", yeah. Or
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, 1 off.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
I have
There you go.
5'6", 8", so I was off.
Oh.
All right. Congrats,
There you go,
Omar.
All right.
Nice. All right, so back to the action. We got top of the 9th inning. Joe Adele just flat out on the second pitch of the at-bat to right field.
Yeah, I
Got 1 out. I will say this, though. I do have one question.
What's
Seeing Mike Trout wearing eye black for night games, does that make a difference? I've never worn eye black at night games. That's why. So I don't know.
Games?
Yeah, he smudges it up like crazy.
I don't know. Day games, he's not as good, right?
Well, yeah. But the funny thing is like I don't know why there are players out there that are still using eye black, because the new hats that they have, the black underbill was made for that, so you don't have to wear eye black to avoid the glare.
But these guys are still going about it, though.
Well, he's not the only one. Neto does it. Soler does it.
Neto overdoes it.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Because you can thank Bryce Harper for that. I'll never forget when Bryce Harper came to the league and he did that. The whole Warrior thing. Man, every kid in high school kept doing that. I'm just like, I wasn't a fan of it. Yeah. But you know what? When you're in high school, your senior year, and as a team, you can't say no. You have to do it.
Yeah,
we would do it for good luck and for superstition. So you couldn't say no.
I first saw it back in the day with John Randall with the Vikings.
I remember
he did the
no, that was mascara.
Yeah.
That wasn't eye black. That was mascara. Just
he painted his face.
Yeah.
Well, there's Soler getting on base again. Good grief. We better not lose him for an extended period of time. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I know. We have to. Yeah, we do.
So, yes, we'll do. Okay. Yeah, come on in. Talk it up, Conway.
Yeah, come on. Talk it up. Here.
We're just gonna
just promote your product.
Hi everybody, I'm Carol G. Not the real, or actually the real Carol G.
Yes.
Okay. And my business is OC __sweet heat. Make sure it's 2 underscores, not one.
There you go.
And I'm out here with these guys, the best,
These guys.
the best of the West.
There you
Just
go.
like the Ducks and the Anaheim Angels. Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
Woo!
And what's your IG?
Oh. OC __, sweet heat.
All
2
right.
underscores, not one.
2 underscores. Because it's doubly good. Yeah, there you go. Sweet Heat the candy. There's another hit for the Angels right now. Appreciate you getting her in there right there.
Of course.
Heaty at Noble again. Yes, we are, Kyle. If you want to come down, we got our own beer now, too. Look, check that out. It's the Alpha Red. We got that on tap and in can, too.
If you like red ales, recommend that for sure.
It's very good. Kind of strong, too.
It kind of gives me a little bit of a Carl Strauss Red Trolley Ale vibe.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
It does.
I thought about it. I'm like, I have tasted this before. I know I have.
And if you come down tonight, you got pizza. What is it? Fire wood burning pizza?
It's like Firemouth or something like that.
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. So
However, be careful because it does make your hands black a little bit because it's like charcoaled a little bit.
yeah, the crust is.
But you know what?
chocolate.
It still tastes great.
Yeah.
It still tastes great.
There's that amber red, baby. 2 on, 1 out for the Angels, trying to pile on 7-1 right now. Angels.
Oh, happy you're due, brother.
Ducks are in a second intermission, unfortunately trailing in Minnesota. 2 points they desperately need if they want the division. They are in the playoffs, but big difference, like you said at the top of the show, starting on the road compared to starting at home.
Yeah, especially when it's against Edmonton, and then it's like
Uppercut swing.
yeah, exactly. Uppercut swing by O'Hoppe. Yeah, he needs to get rid of that.
Yep.
So, for the fans out there that says we have a long leash on O'Hoppe, how about change his swing first before you can start judging him?
Correct. I think I'm with you. He's got the talent. He just needs a mechanic switch.
Yes.
The change. Now, getting back to your point, Ducks at home compared to road starting out.
Yeah, because, I know how the crowds are. I've experienced it. And, working there, starting in Anaheim, it would be a whole much different vibe than starting in Edmonton. And don't get me wrong, we do have Edmonton's number, in my opinion. We have Connor McDavid's number. I don't think Connor McDavid scored a goal against us at this season, maybe 1 or 2.
He got 2 on the road.
There you go. 2 on the road. Yeah. But still, I think we will probably find a way to figure him out. And on top of that, hey, we have some luck against Edmonton in the playoffs, too. Let's not forget the comeback on Catella back in 2017. McDavid was on the team. He was a fresh face, and the Angels are going to go into the 9th inning up 7-2 after that ground out.
Not bad.
But, but at the same time, when you look at Edmonton, they are, it is going to be a challenge. I'm good for now.
Okay.
They are going to be a challenge because for obvious reasons, they're hungry.
Oh yeah.
They're pissed. They're in piss mode right now. Pissed off mode, to be exact. Not you get my point.
They lost
Back to back.
and then into Florida, right?
Yeah. So how when does that happen?
Other than football, I remember the Bills lost to the Cowboys twice.
I think that's the last time it happened. Yeah.
Other than that, that's got to be rough, dude. You know how hard it is to get to the Stanley Cup and then do it twice? They had their chance at retribution and couldn't get it done. And then you have the entire weight of Canada not having a cup since, 94, 95?
Yep, with the Canadians.
Yeah, and they really are desperate to bring a hockey Stanley Cup home, and they can't.
Yeah. But it also makes it worse. Oh, speaking of J.H. Segura, I mentioned earlier.
Yep.
But the other thing too.
Look this up real quick. You mean a minute? Go ahead.
No, but the other thing that also is hilarious as well. So I have this little thing when it comes to like who do you like for the gambling people out there. I'm not promoting gambling, by the way. I'm just saying for the gamblers out there, if you make a trip to Vegas and you put money into it, I've noticed that who do you put money on to win any championship in any sport? do you put money on? Who do you do it on? Like the defending champs. I've noticed that there is a trend in hockey, at least. Whoever loses the NHL playoffs the prior year, you should put money in to the next season. Case in point, when the Knights won in 20, correct me if I'm wrong, in 2022. Yeah, when the Knights won in 2022, who was the losing team? It was the Panthers. I went out and I made a bold prediction saying, okay, the Panthers are going to win the NHL Stanley Cup, are going to win the Stanley Cup in 2023 or 2024, excuse me. A lot of people were like looking at me like, you're delusional. Really? You think Florida's going to win the Stanley Cup? You don't think Vegas? Like, Vegas is not going to go back to back. Look what happened. The Panthers won the Stanley Cup in 2024. Then this past year, so the 2024-2025 season, I made a prediction that the Oilers would win the Stanley Cup because they were the defending losers. Look what happened. They came close, but the Panthers still prevailed. So I was almost correct by going with the Oilers. If they won, I would have been like, dang, maybe I should have gone to Vegas and put money on it. But it's a good thing I didn't because the Panthers ended up going back to back. So that's the unfortunate part. So don't be surprised if the Oilers make a push for the playoff or in the Stanley Cup. However, they got to get through us first. It seems set in stone that they're going to face us. The question is, where is it going to start? We're going to start in Edmonton or we're going to start in Anaheim? Obviously, we're hoping for Anaheim. I think everybody here in Orange Country is banking on starting in Anaheim. No surprise. Because I know this fan base. I know how we are. I know how hyped and excited we are. But yeah, we'll just wait and see. As Todd walks back in. No, I was just saying that, like, I have this bold prediction of the past, like, when it comes to, like gambling aspects, like, people ask me, like, oh, who should we bet on to win, like, the Stanley Cup the following year? I say, I noticed as a trend, try to go for the team or put money on teams who are the losers in, like, the defending championships kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Case in point, I just mentioned that the when the Panthers lost to the Knights in 2023, I said, okay, the Panthers are going to win in 2024. People are saying, you're delusional. Guess what? The Panthers won.
Yeah, it could have been a 3-beat. And it's different for hockey. I mean, to me, the only sport where I say that doesn't work for whatever reason,
it's either football or baseball.
NFL.
Yeah.
Because I think outside of the Patriots with Brady when they lost the Super Bowl and came back and won, every team has that jinx. They have that kind of like the what is it called? The Super Bowl hangover, dude.
Well, when's the last time an NFL team has lost a Super Bowl but won the following year?
Patriots. That was the only one.
Or was it? Okay, when they lost to the Eagles and beat the Rams. That's right. You're right. You're right. Uh-huh.
Other than that, dude, I can't remember of another team, dude. Like, usually when you lose, and especially nowadays, you can't get back.
Yeah.
Like,
and then
you just don't go back.
For baseball, I would say it was the Royals.
Yes.
It was the Royals.
Yes.
Yeah, the Royals.
They should have been 2-time champs.
And then basketball, man, who
Warriors?
Was it the Warriors?
I think it was the Warriors. Hold on, I think
I have to look back on that one because it does make sense if it would be the Warriors. Because it was. Yeah. Because the Warriors lost in 16 against the Cavs, and then it moved on. That's what it was. You're right. It was the Warriors. In 6 when they lost in 16. That's it.
Yeah, they came back with Durant and all that.
And then for NHL, obviously, I just mentioned the Panthers. What you were saying?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, Todd's saying up back here, so you got me for now. And Aaron Judge just hit a double on a 3-2 count. I mean, seriously. Yeah, you're right. Cavs and Warriors. You got it. There you go. So, yeah, the Cavs did it in 16 after losing in 15, and the Warriors did it in 17 after losing in 16. So, You know, it's funny how you like bringing up that series or that 4-year span. People out there were saying like, "Oh, this is great for basketball that we have Warriors and Cavs every single year." Yes and no.
Yeah, I didn't like it, dude.
Okay, here's my spiel.
Okay.
After 3, then it's done.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Trilogies are more exciting than quadrilogies. Because after the 3rd time, it was set in stone. Okay, the Warriors got it. Then when it happened for the 4th time, it's like, who cares anymore?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if the Cavs won, it would have been a different story. Like, okay, now we do want a 5th final to like settle the score.
Yeah, because it's even.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know that's the reason why. But I think another reason why people were irritated about the Warriors Cavs for 4 years in a row is how easy the Cavs got into the playoffs.
Yeah.
The only challenge that the Cavs had was in 2018 when they were a 4 seed. They had no business going into the finals. 4 seeds, it's like, oh, they're the 4 seed. They're not going to get in. Guess what? They got in.
Yeah.
And now and every basketball fan is like, what the hell?
Yeah, the East Coast was bad for a long time. There's a first out in the 9th inning. We
Okay,
just try to hook this light up. Yeah,
it's something. Yeah.
Yes.
And our favorite guy is on the mound too. It's Ryan Jefferson. Ryan Jefferson. You know, remember when I made the prediction of saying he was going to be comeback player of the year? You said, nope, you're not coming back on this podcast next year. Well, it's good lighting, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I say so, yeah. But just make sure the light doesn't show my pores.
All right, cool, because it's getting a little dark up in here.
Well, the sun's setting in California. What do you expect?
Yeah. So the Angels are 2 outs away from getting a W, evening that series up.
Well, I mean, it'd be the one game I predicted, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think it'd be this game. I thought it was going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, Gooby made a good point last night that there's something about New York that just makes it special when you're a road player. You know, Trout just had like the best game in New York since the 2018 game when he had 11 total bases and he went 5 for 5. You know, he had 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. It's just like when you're a basketball player playing in the Garden.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Kobe dropping 62 points or 61, I think, when he played in the Garden.
Yeah, because despite the Knicks, I guess, 2 or 3 decades of futility, that is still a cathedral of the NBA. So you want to show out where you can. And this isn't the old Yankee Stadium.
This is new, yeah.
But you still want to, show out. It's the Yankees.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing, unfortunately, it can be said about Dodger Stadium.
Well, I think right now it is.
Yeah.
But back in who cares? Kind of thing,
absolutely.
You know, so that's a little bit different.
Right there.
Yeah, you got your battery saver on. Hey, you know what? I don't blame you because we got.
Yeah, let me see what's going on here.
That's the thing about what makes it amazing about. Okay, we're back on.
Yeah.
What makes it amazing about? Nope, never mind.
Oh, no, I'm working on it.
What makes it amazing about these cathedrals, like, unfortunately, well, I mean, it's fortunate and unfortunate that you have it in like the big name cities, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago. Those are the main like cities where they have stadiums that you do want to play your best in a way, or you do like have to show out basically.
Yeah, show up or show out.
Yeah, you got Chicago, you got like Wrigley Field, Like, can you imagine just having a 2-homer game in Wrigley Field? Having a, hitting for the cycle at Dodger Stadium. Hitting 3 or 4 home runs at Yankee Stadium. Like that's the equivalent of probably a 60-point game at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, yeah, those are memorable games.
Yeah. And then but it's not just those sports in general too, or like it's not just in New York as well. It's you got crypto if you beat the Lakers. I still call it Staples Center, by the way. I just had to say crypto because it's the politically correct term. But at the end of the day, it's still Staples Center to everybody else.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you have a C capital C or no? Do you have that one or no?
It's not in there.
Is it the C cape? All right.
Oh,
Cheers.
Okay.
Woo! All right. We got the W,
All right.
baby.
Angels win 7-1. No, I have not. Nice to meet you.
brother.
Yes.
Do you have C to C?
No, I don't.
I think that's. Oh shit.
I just have this one right here.
I think that's what we're missing. That's why it's not coming through.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Let me see where we're at on battery wise.
20% most likely.
I think it's like 5. God damn.
We're trying our best to save this, people, so hang tight. But on a positive note, the Angels got a 7-1 victory. If you follow me on Instagram, you know exactly what I'm about to post. Yeah, that's my kind of night. Oh, yeah, I love that song by Luke Bryan. I want to hear more of that this year than I do Whiskey and Ray by Michael Ray. If y'all know me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Left on base set. I want to see Todd have a Hangover movie. Yeah, not gonna happen. No, we're being responsible tonight. Thank you very much. But yeah, it was great to see the Angels win that game. Not only did the bats wake up, the bats woke up last night too, but the pitching woke up. Got to give a lot of credit to Reid Detmers, 100%. The group chats are blowing up right now, for sure. I think the Heaty, yeah. So we got Josh. If you're listening, thank you so much. We got Josh saying Zeph throwing frisbees. Yeah, Zephyr was throwing frisbees. I'll tell you something. This Heaty group chat is totally crazy, and I love it though. We have everything we say is pretty on point, and we love each other at the end of the day. But yeah, this group chat's pretty nice. So no, Zephyr John was on it for sure, but there's a lot of guys that were on it too today. So can't go wrong there. And now we can focus on the Ducks full time. So we got third period, just under 16 minutes left to play. Yeah, Angels win. Yeah, bring on those comments. Just keep on bringing them. Keep on keeping on. So still 2-1 Minnesota. But man, the Ducks are getting a lot of shots on goal for sure. 29-17 at this point. And I don't blame them. Right now at this point, you got to get as much opportunity as you can. Yes, the Yankees lose. Yes, exactly. All right, so nope, we're going. The Wild have it. Maybe get us turnover. Nope, still Wild puck for sure. Dostal, you got to be on point right now. And okay, we got stoppage to play. 5:13 left. Like I'm gonna say it all the time. The defense it has to wake up for sure. That's the only thing that's gonna benefit us from this entire postseason run. Yeah, we could score goals here and there, especially against Edmonton. But at the end of the day, it's only gonna get you so far. All right. Wild have the puck. It's there in the Ducks zone. And Ducks are trying to turn it over and get it back onto the other side. Nope, still fighting for the puck on the corner. Tell you what, though, the Wild fans are really.
I think that's going to be enough, right? It's not fading out.
It's not fading. Yep.
All right, cool.
We're saved, people. We're saved.
I thought for a fact we were going to lose it, but I think we're good.
No, we could have had a Sheck West Mo Bamba moment where he goes, "Oh,
yes, yes."
Okay, for those of you who don't know the story behind that, the reason why, if you know Mo Bamba, the reason why he cusses in the middle of the song and he's like, "Oh crap," is because his computer shut down in the middle of recording the
Yes.
song.
So stick with us right now. We're going to do the not the third period right now, the 14 minutes for the Ducks and Minnesota Wild, and then we're going to get into the post-game show right after. So, and we're looking at the comments, so keep the comments going. The Angels do win. I'll go over the numbers once we get there. But for right now, we're in the third period, a big game. We're doubling up tonight. Ducks and Wild. The Angels coming off a win 7-1 over the New York Stankies in New York. You're joined live here by Todd Fox and also Vince, the Cowboy himself. So enjoying Noble Ale beer, the Alpha Red with the Heedy logo on the back. You got to love that. Get that discount too here at Noble.
And it's only Tuesday.
Yeah, right. We've had how many of these already?
I think 3.
Not bad. They're kind of strong. I definitely got to get a pizza after this.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Even out the
Yeah. He needs to soak up some of the alcohol.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, you know what they say? Pizza and tacos are like the best after drinking foods.
You know what? And you bring that up, I could go for some Pastor tacos right now.
Of
I really
course,
could.
yeah. Well, you would think they would on a Tuesday,
Right? Taco Tuesday. It says it itself, right?
Speaking of Taco Tuesday, you do realize Cinco de Mayo is on a Tuesday this year, right?
Oh my God, that's like perfectly.
But
set
wait
up.
a minute, we're going to be at the Angel game though, because they're playing the White Sox.
You think Artie would do a chronic tacos?
Hell
night?
no. But I will be there with the Halo boys. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
It is Spritz o'clock, Mateo. What's up, Mateo?
Yeah.
Checking in. The Angels get a dub, and you know what? This is the bad thing too. You realize how they took care of business last night. We're talking about a 4-1 road trip already.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's 3-2, but man, it could be easily 4-1.
Easily. Yeah.
That's my
exactly.
gripe on this one. Puck cleared right now. The Wild are now challenging. Oh, there's a steal. Can they get to the puck? No, they can't. There's a penalty. And we're going to get a power play hooking on the Minnesota Wild. So that'll give the Ducks a 2-minute power play. Third period with 12:10 to go.
Yeah, this is the time to do it right now. I mean, you need to execute at this point. You know, and if you get those power plays, oh yeah, it's going to benefit big time. But at the same time, you need to execute. You know, you can get excited at one point, but at the end of the day, you got to execute.
Oh, yeah.
You know, power plays are nice, but at the same time, like I mentioned, you didn't do your part if you didn't score.
They got to get one here.
Yeah.
They got to crank up the urgency. Don't worry, Angel fans. We will get into the post game for both of these games.
Of course.
Yeah, the golden sombrero.
Of course. Of course. Good old Randy coming in clutch right now.
Oh, yeah. He brought up a good little nugget right there for us for later.
I would have said the same thing.
I think, if anything, we could do a nacho night for both. So we could do like the Ducks bad player or the Wild bad
Of
player.
course, yeah.
And then we could also do the Stamos for both. So,
Yeah.
and wait, where did I put mine? Oh, there we go. Courtesy of Mario.
I was just going to say it, yeah.
Victory cigars for the Angels.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, can we make this an Angels Dodgers victory cigar? I mean, Angels Dodgers, Angels Ducks. I think the beer's getting to me.
Yeah. You know what? I might say this for the Dodgers series now that I think about it.
Yeah, you know what, dude? That would be badass for us to light one of these boys up. Like if we were to get like a playoff win with the Ducks or the Angels actually clinching. Imagine if the Angels were to clinch even a wild card, bro. Just to light one of these up and be like, I think we deserve this after 5 years.
We'll do one. We'll
Yeah.
do one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll plan. Yeah, we'll plan it. Yeah. Come September, yeah, we'll plan one.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm hoping for better days for your Angels and ours. You know, like I want this to work out. There's nothing more that would make me happy than to see the fans excited about this team get into the postseason. And Vince, you're a young buck. How old were you the last time there in 2014 when they made the playoffs?
Hold on, I gotta do the math. 19. I was in college still.
You were still at the peak of your game, bro.
Basically, yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
Not to say that you're not.
Hey, hold on. The last time the Angels won the playoffs, I couldn't drink legally.
There you go.
Yeah, I couldn't pop champagne.
It's not that you weren't partaking, but you just weren't doing it legally.
No, I wasn't partaking.
Yeah, there.
I was being a good boy.
Oh man, come on, Vince.
Hey, come on. I made a promise to my grandpa, so
Okay. I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah.
Oh, he almost got one right there.
But hey, I haven't.
Man,
the last time I had champagne was in the California Winter League when we won last year. So
yeah,
exactly. That was sweet. You know what? I will say this though: champagne tastes better when you win. It does.
Yeah, I'm not one of these guys that can drink champagne or even wine with steak. I'm not that type of dude, man.
You should.
I can't though.
I can do wine, no problem. I can do wine. I can do just don't give me IPAs. I'm gonna throw it out there.
Okay.
I can't do IPAs.
Too much hoppy, right?
I can't do IPAs. Yeah.
I will say this.
I'll stick to red ales.
The only wine I could drink is like a real grape, like a real.
There you go. Yeah.
I can't do the whole Zinfandel and all that crap. I just can't.
Yeah.
Or Chardonnay or whatever. Ducks turn it over. They have to regroup again on the power play. Almost another hook right there. No call.
I mean, it's, like I said, the power plays, you got to take advantage of it. But you know what? We haven't been able to lately. I mean, we've been killing the penalties pretty well, but to execute on when it's on our side,
hasn't really worked.
It hasn't really worked. Yeah.
For whatever reason, they cannot find a goal tonight. Shot goes wide. Ducks still control. Looking to get an opportunity. Power play over now.
Well, as a fellow fan said, we can't buy a goal today, literally.
Yeah. Nice save
and
again.
now we're full strength, yeah.
We are now midway through the game right now. Ducks are still holding behind by one. Hopefully we can force overtime. We have a great record except last night or the other night.
As long as we get to the shootout, we should be okay.
Yeah.
We're undefeated in the shootout this year. That's all we needed. 5 seconds. Just hold it for 5 seconds. I guarantee we win Sunday.
Ducks have done that twice. They've won it with less than 20 seconds left in overtime to avoid a shootout, and they've lost twice in less than 20 seconds.
Yeah. Well, let's not forget we also won it. I forget. Did we win it or tie it with 0.1 second left?
We won it.
It was a win. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I asked I have a fellow coworker who's religious on hockey, and I said, "Is it possible to have a buzzer beater in hockey?" And he said, "No, it has to be 0.1 second. That's a buzzer beater." And sure enough, we ended up doing it. What a coincidence, right?
Oh yeah,
what a coincidence. And I just wish it's cool to see. I mean, it's rare, obviously. But still, a buzzer beater in hockey. Obviously, it's not possible because it's not like basketball where it's it has to leave your hand. Hockey, it still stays on the ice kind of thing. You can't shoot it and it still be up in the air and crosses through. It's nope, still has to have time on the clock.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. I mean, I think where were they when they scored that goal on the road? I believe to tie it, to send it to overtime. There was literally they had one last rush of a 6-on-4 when they scored with a second left before overtime. I thought that was cool as hell.
Probably the same one.
Yeah, they have been the cardiac quacks, dude. I mean, they've been playing. Oh, Pittsburgh. We said Pittsburgh.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been outstanding.
Well, speaking of Pittsburgh, look, they're number 2 in their respective division right there.
Ovechkin
they're looking at the Eastern Conference, yeah.
Ovechkin was eliminated last night. Also, the Blue Jackets, who started really good this season. I thought this team was going to make the postseason.
The Blue Jackets surprised me because if you recall the draft of a few years ago, we were supposed to get Adam Fantilli.
Yeah,
Adam Fantilli was supposed to be the number 2 overall pick because Connor Bedard, of course, went number 1. And then there was talks about, okay, number 2 is going to be Fantilli, number 3 is going to be Carlson. And then we shocked the world by taking Carlson. And I was shocked too, I'm going to be honest. I thought Fantilli was going to be a Duck. I was ready to buy his jersey. I liked him. I thought there was going to be a little bit of a Paul Correa out of him because he is one of 3 freshmen to win the Hobie Baker Award. Correa number 1, Eichel was number 2, and then Fantilli was number 3. I was banking on that jersey. When I heard Carlson got drafted, I was a little bit devastated. But thanks to my religious hockey friends and coworkers, my coworker said, "Don't worry, we're good." I'm like, "Are you sure?" He said, "Look, Carlson is the best and the safest pick because Carlson played against men in Sweden, whereas Fantilli played against kids in college."
Yeah. And
that's the difference between the two.
you can see the growth of Carlson compared. So Carlson's on another level for sure.
And it makes sense. When you're, 18 years old and you're playing against, 25, 30-year-olds, I get it.
Yeah.
You made the right choice on drafting that type of player.
Absolutely.
Because like college kids are going to develop a lot longer. And now it makes sense why Columbus is at the point where they are right now.
Yeah.
I think if anything, because when was that draft? 2023, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Fantilli would probably hit his peak. It's either going to be next season or the 2027-2028 season.
Yes.
Yeah. So we would have been waiting on him to be the guy in Anaheim, whereas Carlson is already the guy right now.
And we got McQueen knocking on the door. Yeah.
Don't get me started on McQueen.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see number 95 on the ice because guess what? You're going to see a lot of Lightning McQueen like posts and stuff like that on Instagram, and you're going to see it on Twitter. You're going to see it on the scoreboard. I guarantee you they're going to the Ducks are going to figure out something. The media team is going to do something where if he scores a goal, you're going to see Lightning McQueen just by the scoreboard.
Yeah, they're gonna incorporate that somehow. They're gonna work out with Disney because they've worked with. Obviously, they were made by Disney. They're gonna get back into a good partnership with Disney again. So, man, Candy's hit the spot. OC Sweet Heat. Look them up on Instagram. Very good. And drink the Noble Ale beer.
The best pre and post game spot.
For sure.
Oh yeah, and they always have some great food trucks and independent vendors that come here.
Oh yeah.
I'll never forget stopping by here on opening day in 2024. Yeah, they had a really nice taco spot for sure.
Definitely.
And it's a good rotation. It's not the same vendor every single night, and even like on game nights too, it's not the same guy. It's the same people. It rotates. It helps small businesses, and I'm a big advocate when it comes to small businesses.
We are too, yeah.
Please, people, help small businesses. I understand you want McDonald's, you want Burger King, you want these big names, but you know what? Trust me, small businesses are the way to go. They're very loyal, and they're very healthy too.
Yeah, I mean, you got our boy from Mezzo, formerly Mezzo, Aaron. He has Into Wings. He comes down here. The wings are awesome. Again, we're gonna have a wing eating contest for our 5th year anniversary. So look for that. That's gonna be pretty sick.
Is it how many or how handle you can if you can handle the heat?
Oh, almost his goal right there. Oh, did they give him a goal?
No. He saved it. It's
how many you can eat in 2 minutes. No.
I thought they were going to do something like, can you handle the heat? I mean, maybe we'll do a side one.
Possibly we could do that.
Yeah, we might have to. I know there's some ballsy people that are waiting to come in and be like, hey, can you, it's like, give me your hottest wing. See if I can handle it.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of have to.
Habanero spice. Wait a minute.
Oh, that went in. Nope,
man.
That went in. That's a goal.
That's not good. That one crept
like that.
in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in.
That's like how would you explain that in baseball terms? That's like a bunt down the line.
Yeah.
That just like nicks
Stays
it.
fair.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a tough one right there.
Well, is the group chat going crazy? I think I just got a notification.
Yeah. That's a tough one right there.
I know.
It's over.
Yeah. What do you expect? Tough break.
Yeah.
Tough break for sure. especially for how Dostal has been solid. But you know what? If Edmonton loses their next game, their last game of the season, we can still sneak in.
Yeah,
So there's still some hope to get home ice advantage.
there's an opportunity.
Yeah. And then, with Nashville being eliminated,
It's still not over. There's still
it's still not over.
657. Yeah.
It's still not
Like
over.
I said, stay tuned. We're going to do the post game for both these shows here, or for both these teams, I should say. Oh man, it's tough.
So don't worry, you'll get you can get your bathroom breaks in a bit. So
Yeah.
just hang tight.
Exactly.
You can hold it for 7 minutes. Well, 7 minutes like on the clock, but 10, 15 minutes regular time.
Yeah. Right.
Well, it's like the joke I hear about where they say it's like when your significant other says, "Okay, I'll be ready in 10 minutes." Pretend that picture it as your favorite basketball team has all timeouts left with 2 minutes left in the game.
Man.
Because it turned into 45 minutes. How long did your girl take to get ready? Just
Oh man. I don't want to throw her on the bus. But literally, dude, took an hour to leave the other day.
There you go. See, yeah.
I was ready in like 2.5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
I mean, 2.5 minutes. 2.5
There you go.
minutes.
See, yeah.
Ducks and go ahead.
I mean, I get it. Your hair takes too long to dry, but still, like, I get it.
Yeah. I haven't had hair issues for a long time. Ducks need to get a goal right here as they get inside. Oh, not right there. Try to drag it in front of the goalie.
Randy's sending his special voice messages. We can't look at him yet. We can't look at him yet. Yeah.
Oh man, that's a tough one, man. I mean, listen, the Ducks are going to get their feet wet regardless in the postseason, and we'll probably have a watch party or two here at Noble L when they're on the road.
Yeah, for sure.
But I really wanted them to win this division, man, and there's still a chance, like you said, but this is a pretty tough blow right here.
Yeah. But with Edmonton, yeah, you don't want to start at Edmonton right now at this point because, yeah.
And that's going to be a rowdy place to play, dude.
I mean, any Canadian arena is a rowdy place. You know, it's not just Edmonton. It's also Montreal, Toronto, Winnipeg, Calgary. Any Canadian, I can name all of them right now, but you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're hostile environments. If you want to talk American, hockey arenas, it's just Chicago. That's it, and Boston. Like whoever's in from the original six, the American teams from the original six. Yeah, those are the hostile environments.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But the good thing is Chicago is not relevant. So even though they got Connor Bedard, they got the best, player, like one of the best players in the league, they're not doing anything about it. I'll put it that way. It's just like we could have. I mean, I'll never forget the whole conspiracy of when Chicago got announced that they were going to be the number one seed or they were going to be the number one overall pick. Right away, all of my Duck friends said, "This is rigged."
Oh yeah.
Because it makes sense.
It felt like it.
It did. It felt like it because we had the worst record.
They wanted one of the originals to have the number one pick,
and it makes sense because I don't blame. It's understandable because they are original six team. And it's also a big market. It's the third biggest market in the United States.
Yeah.
So he could have gone anywhere. He could have gone to New York. New York would have been happy to get him the Rangers, the Kings. Who knows? But it would have been nice to have Connor Bedard in Anaheim. But after seeing what Leo Carlson does, I'm not complaining.
That's true. I mean, you really can't. he's been a godsend for the Ducks for sure.
Yes, 100%.
Unfortunately, though, it's not paying off tonight.
No. It just makes, Thursday much more important for sure. And hey, don't forget, Thursday is a double feature. We got a day game in New York and we got a night game in Nashville.
And wouldn't this be something? You got the Kings only a point behind. They could overtake us, dude.
They can, yeah.
Like the comments have said, you need a goal right here. That one's shot wide and cleared out.
Yeah, and I don't think you want to start in Vegas either, right?
No, you don't.
No.
Vegas fans, despite them being bandwagoners, can bring it.
They're great people though, low key though.
Yeah, low key.
It's like when I've had my fair share of nights games at Honda Center, they're all great people. They're really nice. They're very respectful.
Oh yeah.
And of course, they've been through a lot. Of course, with the Route 91, massacre that happened back in 2017. That's that hit the city super hard. And then for the Knights to go to the Stanley Cup Finals that season, that meant so much, so much. It was special. It healed the city, and that's the thing about. That's the thing what people forget about is that sports heals a lot of people. I was talking about how after the Route 91 massacre that happened in 2017, what was going to bring the city back? It was the Knights.
Yeah.
And for them to go to the finals against the Capitals, that really brought people back to their feet for sure. Oh, and did we get it? Nope, it was just a good save.
Nice save.
Yeah.
2 minutes to go.
But that's what you love about sports. It's something that it brings us together.
Yeah.
Baseball brought us back in 9/11 after 9/11. And then when the hurricane hit Houston, the Astros brought everybody together in Houston. Of course, like I just said, Vegas with Route 91, the Knights brought everybody together. It's you take it. I think people take it for granted on how much sports means to everybody.
Oh yeah, sports goes a long way, dude.
Yeah,
a long way.
It takes you away from the negativity, and it just brings you just back up. Yeah. It's like and that's the thing that it's unfortunate that politics are starting to get involved in sports because we go to sports to get away from all that. So I understand, these athletes are people too. They are American citizens like us. But still, you got to remember baseball, any sport, unites us in a way.
Yeah, that's why in a way, anytime sports tends to go off the rails and say, they want to do it. No? Fuck. Because that was. Oh, okay.
Oh, well.
I gotta see if we have 10 minutes on here now. Let me see if hold on, it might knock out the sound for a minute. Hold on. All right, it should be good. Okay.
All right, we're back on.
Yeah, we're back. All right, so 2 minutes left to go. They got to get a goal here late.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
We'll take it home.
No, I'm taking this home. I got 2 to take home now.
Hey, Mario. Hey, you want to get on the mic real quick? Yeah, come around.
You know what? Here. Hey.
Yes.
I gotta use the restroom, so hop on for me.
Hop on. Let's call the last 2 minutes, Mario. You want to get on? All right. Just pull up a bar stool.
Should get a picture before we jam out on here.
Right. It's our boy Mario.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? How we doing tonight?
Mr. Chicago Bears. Grab this mic right here. Omar.
Why are we not
Omar?
Cuban Lombardi right now? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I know. That's like your go-to.
Angels
Lombardi.
win.
There you go.
Salud.
Salud.
Unfortunately, our Anaheim Ducks are not doing very good right
No,
now.
they're not. They just missed on another shot right now. Empty net, coming down to a minute left to go. They're down 2. The Kings are only a point back in the standings, bro.
Really?
Like we could be ending up playing freaking Colorado in the first round. That's not good. Colorado's the
they're
best
tough,
team.
dude.
Yeah.
Avalanche is tough.
Yeah, they're number 1. Most points in the league.
Yeah.
Like we were the only team that beat them in Colorado for a while, but you know, I think they
No.
only have 2 losses.
They
at home.
Colorado's Avalanche has always been tough against the Ducks
Oh yeah,
for whatever reason. I don't know why. Ever since they came in the league and the Ducks came in the league, that's been like a thorn in the side, you know.
Yeah. It's tough, man. I mean, like
Yeah.
this is a young ass team. I think they're gonna realize what they blew, because obviously I think with them losing tonight, division's gone.
Well, as long as they're not blowing grill those sausages, I guess. They'll be
Right now, the Ducks are a point back of Vegas and I think 2 points back of
the
Edmonton.
Knights.
They might be number 8 at this point.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that a sham?
What's that?
How does you make a new hockey team and all of a sudden they?
Vegas was given like an all-star roster, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's
So
weird. Like when the Angels came on board back in the day from the Pacific Coast League,
yeah.
they didn't get no all-star roster, you know.
Try a couple of these candies. No, they had to get from the exhibition, man. They're spicy. If you want to try them, if you like spice.
I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I'll try it. It's on Omar.
I was gonna have Omar show off his jersey that he won from football, dude. The football
I
picks.
put it in the car.
Oh,
Okay.
here? We'll get it, dude.
You want me to get it? I'll go get
Yeah,
it.
it's solid, dude. You got. So he won the football picks. He bet against us.
Your
Mark-
line is so spicy.
Yeah, right. You gotta chase it with a beer. All right. Yeah.
Oh! Let's go, Ducks! Get some, baby! Get some! Let's go!
We got 40 seconds. It's not over. It's not over.
They didn't know we're so fat lady sings.
Yeah. All right. So 3-2. You got an opportunity right here.
I've seen that shit before from them.
Yeah.
The last second goal at the
Oh
end.
yeah. Maybe it's your good vibes, Mario. Maybe it's your good vibes.
It's always good vibes every time I see you, brother. It's
There you go.
good hanging out. I'm glad I made it tonight.
And I'm glad you came down too. A lot of people came down to check out the Ducks Angels here as they're doing a double dip. 40 seconds left to go. Ducks trying to control the puck. You're going to see Dostal leave as soon as they get possession, but Minnesota dumping it back in. Here we go. 30 seconds. You got to get it out.
Push, push, push.
Stop dicking around. Oh,
Yeah.
offsides. 20 seconds. You have about maybe 2 shots right here, Mario. Maybe. But you got to control this face-off.
I think it's going to be lucky to get one, to be honest.
Yeah. And it better be a good-ass one, too.
Right?
So they pulled Dostal. Now you got 6 men on the ice. We'll show that jersey after the 20 seconds right here. 20 seconds left. 6 on 5. We'll see what happens here. Do we have a miracle in Anaheim? In Minnesota, I should
Miracle
say.
on ice. Let's go.
Here we go. Ducks control the puck. They got it
Come on.
down deep. Trying to shovel it towards the
Oh.
net. Nothing there. Icing. Icing, no?
Yeah.
9 seconds. All right, they're gonna
I see
yeah.
to get another shot at it.
So we'll head to the post-game show as
Empty
soon as this
net.
one ends. We'll kind of double up. We'll cover the Angels win tonight, and then we'll cover the Ducks hopefully win. But it's a long shot right now.
Where's Domino's San Francisco gay ass at, man?
Here we go. There's a face-off. Ducks win the face-off.
Come on.
Get the shot. Come on.
Put it in
Inside.
the middle.
That's it. And the Ducks go down. That's probably your best chance at a division. So, sayonara to the division. Ducks go down to the Wild.
Hey, Angels won.
Yeah.
Ducks lost. We got 1 out of 2.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
let's jump into the post game, shall we? And we will do that. Once I find the little slide here. Let's see. There we go. All right, let's jump into the post game.
Final out. No filter. The game's over, but we're just getting started. This is the Todd Fox Postgame Show. Your home for raw reactions, real talk, and everything Angels baseball. From the opening rant to your calls to what the fans are saying right now. We're handing out the Golden Stamos. And yeah, somebody's taking home the Nacho Night Award. Callers, comments, Stamos, Nacho. Let's go. The Todd Fox Postgame Show.
I'm a fox. My name's Todd.
Hey, welcome in everybody to the Todd Fox Postgame Show as we're going to cover the Ducks and the Angels tonight. Vince is here live with us here from Noble L Works. We're taking in on the beer tonight, the Alpha Red. Shout out to Mighty Ducks Club that came down here. Also the candy by OC Sweet Heat. Boy, you got the spicy candy right here. It's really good. But it was only good for one spicy team tonight. That was the Angels getting that win in the Bronx 7-1. First off, I got to tell you, for those who watch the football show, check out Omar here. Our boy right here won the jersey from the Pick'ems. And let's see that jersey.
Right here. Mitchell Ness, 51, Tokyo Spikes.
Oh, yeah, old school. It's like,
Yes.
what, mid-2000s jersey?
Yeah, Mitchell Ness.
There's our boy Mario, resident Chicago Bears fan and now Angels fan, checking in.
Caleb Williams.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll let you guys have the show.
All right. Thank you, Omar, and thank you, Mario, for checking in. The Angels get the W here in New York, but the Ducks fall short, and we're going to cover both of those.
Yeah.
We'll talk about what happened in the Angel game first, and obviously Reid Detmers' impressions on his start, because I think going into it, me and you both were like, hey, you know what? I don't like that left-handed pitcher going into the Bronx. Maybe another Yusei Kikuchi type start.
Yeah, I would say so too. It's just you have your doubts a little bit, especially with the last start he had against Atlanta. But at the end of the day, the good thing about baseball is that you can still figure out yourself in a way. I think Detmers took that time off to figure out what he needed to fix, whatever kinks he had, and sure enough, he just implemented that in New York. And I know you know for sure it's a little bit tougher as a left-handed pitcher when you're playing in New York, but at the end of the day, I think it benefits you a little bit because you're facing a right-handed heavy lineup.
Yeah.
Whereas you looked at the game on Monday, the Yankees had all righties in their lineup. Once Kikuchi came out, the lefties came in.
Yeah.
So I think Reid had a little bit of a benefit at that point with the right-handers majority in the lineup, and he was able to just take control of the game in a way, and he did just that. The one thing I noticed, though, from the times I would look up, he was implementing his off speed a lot more. He wasn't depending on the fastball, something that this generation of baseball is doing a lot, which you really need to avoid. The off speed needs to make a comeback, and I feel like off speed is starting to die off a little bit because analytics is ruining that.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? The Angels had a lot more focused hitting tonight. They had a lot more contact. And then, like you said, with Reid was very, very, efficient with his pitching. 7 innings pitched, 1 run, 4 hits. Here's the key, my man. No walks.
Exactly.
No walks and 9 strikeouts. He threw 99 pitches through 7 innings. Very, very dominant. Probably next to Soriano starts, probably one of the best starts of the year.
Of course, yeah. I would say 100%. And obviously, it's a tough lineup you have to face. I know the Yankees have been struggling, but it doesn't matter because that lineup is still – look, it's Aaron Judge is still at his prime. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
You got to take that into consideration.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then, Giancarlo Stanton is he's playing kind of, the old man, injury-prone guy. I mean, if for those of you who know, in the offseason, he came out and said it's hard for him to open jars of pickles because of the elbow injuries he's gone through.
Yeah.
So that tells you how banged up he is with this entire career.
And they got Chisholm. They got power through the lineup.
Yeah, of course. Well, I don't know about Jazz. I'm not a big fan of Jazz because he thinks he's better than Shohei Ohtani because of some stupid video on MLB. That's a different story. You'll probably see it scroll up at some point. Anyway, but at the end of the day, like, the Yankees lineup is pretty tough. It always will be, regardless of what generation it is, regardless of who it is. I mean, it could be a guy who is like at the tail end of his career. They're still going to find a way to like be an effective. I mean, for example, Paul Goldschmidt. Why is he a leadoff hitter? Who knows? But he's still Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah,
he still has his moments. Yeah,
he's still got the power effect. You still got to watch him on the fastballs, things of that nature. So yeah, the Yankees have always had those kind of hitters that are in their later years that they pick up from other teams that are career home run hitters or whatnot to add to their lineup. They could bat them 7th or 8th and they're still like efficient. But to go into New York, I think we brought this up earlier in the podcast or in the broadcast, the fact that the Yankees bullpen's been really not favorable.
Yeah.
Their starting pitching hasn't been all that great either. So now's the time to hit them. And what sucks is this team could have won 4 out of 5 to start the road trip. And even that game in Cincinnati, they had every opportunity to come back too. So this team has been playing a bit of better brand of baseball coming into this road trip, whereas we thought, man, there's a chance they can get blown out in a lot of these games. They're actually hanging with these two good teams. And then when we come home, we got freaking San Diego and the AL champion Blue Jays.
Yeah.
So it's going to be more of a test when we come home. But so far, I'm liking what's going on with the Angels. And again, I mean, we might as well throw it out there right now. Let's give out the award. I think it's pretty much easy to say who's going to get it.
Perfection is John Stamos. Ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Stamos Award.
So the Golden Stamos Award, I think it's pretty unanimous tonight. I mean, who gets the player of the game? Take it away, Cowboy Vince.
Reid Detmers, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed, 1 earned run, no walks, 9 strikeouts, which drops his ERA to 3.757.
Not bad. I think. Do we at some point, if Detmers gives you a couple more starts, move him into the second spot, drop Kikuchi?
Possibly. Oh yeah. At this point, yeah, because I feel like people are starting to doubt Kikuchi, not just ourselves on the Heating Network, but there's other people out there too. I mean, like the Halo Boys are starting to doubt him a little bit. Shout out to them. But yeah, it's just unfortunate because we put all this money into him, and he came in with so much confidence, saying, "I really want to help this team win." But this year is not the case.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's like implementing his pitches wrong. I don't know if he's not locating correctly. There's so many things that you can think of. But at this point, you're putting a lot of hope into the young players, and you're hoping the young players can move their way into roles that they belong into. Soriano being an example, Detmers being an example. Detmers was supposed to be our ace when we drafted him. Not the case. He could be a solid number 2 or number 3 if he continues the streak at this point.
Best case scenario, Grayson Rodriguez is a good pitcher. Turns out to be a miss by the Orioles, and he becomes our 2. And then you have a Detmers, a solid 3. That's a pretty good rotation with Soriano anchoring it. And then you could have Kikuchi fall back to 4, and then work a rookie in at 5. I'm good with that. I'm good with that rotation. But
you also have to implement consistency as well.
That is true.
You have to have that hope too, because right now, you like with Detmers' performance today. Right now, you're on the high horse.
Yes,
it's my favorite saying right now. I mean, obviously the cowboy. Right now you're riding on the high horse. He could have a bad start next time. That's the issue that you have at this point, because it's very peaks and valleys with a lot of our pitching.
Yeah,
with the exception of Soriano, who's hit a lot of peaks. It's just peak every single time.
We don't have that consistency.
But Detmers, it's like the da.
Yep, agreed. Real quick on a hockey note, we're going to get into the Ducks. I promise you right now. Sackman does says, "Am I the only one that wants to Dostal replaced?" That's kind of a hot take. I don't know, man. I mean, Huso is good, but I don't know if I'd go that far now.
I don't think you put the blame on Dostal. You also got to put the defense into.
Oh, the defense was terrible tonight.
Defense, yeah.
I mean, again, they could have lost this game easily 6-2.
Yes,
they could have easily got blown out. Let's get back to baseball.
Of course.
Silseth gave you a good 8th inning. Knocked it out right there. Close along with Zephyr John. Angels improved to 9-9, get the victory, and by far, Angels fan Dan calling it out. We gave away the Stamos. Let's give away now Stukas, baby, because the Angels get the win. So let me pop up the Stukas. There we go. So Stuka's all around, baby. The Angels get the win. We're not going to be able to play that for the Ducks. Let's talk about the Nacho Night. We gave you the Stamos. It was easily Reid Detmers. Now, who gets Nacho Night?
So that was really your best tonight, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, the Nacho Night Award.
All right, Vince, let us know who is your Nacho Night player of the game.
I apologize to my friend Joe. Zachary Adam Neto is the Nacho Night Award. 5 at-bats, 4 strikeouts. A big golden sombrero. And, I mean...
That's just ugly.
Yeah, I know, but my friend Joe is a big, Zach Neto fan. He's Zach Neto Notes on Instagram. And I don't know how he feels right now. I hope he's watching. I doubt it, though. But at the same time, it's just tough to see Zach Neto to go down like that because he's not the old Zach Neto that we know where he's implementing more line drives. He's trying to lift the ball.
Oh, it's uppercut swings, dude.
It's all uppercuts. We've had that. We've been talking about it for so many weeks, all season long. You got to change your approach when you get to 2 strikes or depending on whichever pitcher you're facing. You can't depend on the long ball, and you can't depend on the uppercuts every single time.
Absolutely. As far as unsung players of the night, I think Vaughn Grissom was 2 for 3 with 2 walks, 4 times on base. Again, he's got a lot to prove. Former first-round pick. I think we're going to see the same thing when Siri gets here. You got some potential, but the reclamation projects, if they can come through and contribute, okay, Josh Lowe has had a few signs of goodness, and then he's had some bad. But the lineup, when hitting, when contact is made, it's decent. It's decent. It's not killer. It's not murderous row, but it's decent. You had another 2 hits by Adele tonight. Trout hit his second home run in as many nights. 3rd home run, actually, in 2 nights.
Yes.
Ohapi was a disappointing 0 for 4. Mankata had a home run. 2 hits for him, 3 RBIs. Peraza had 3 for 3 tonight and a walk. So the team struck out 12 times, but they mustered 6 walks, and also you had several guys with multiple hits.
I do like seeing the Peraza stat because I was a big advocate when it came to Peraza in the trade because a lot of people were not big fans of him, but I was because the way that I was telling Fernando when we did our hot take was Peraza was a good pick because we were going to find a way to change his approach a little bit. When he was in New York, he was supposed to be a top prospect. He was supposed to be like the second baseman with Anthony Volpe. It was supposed to be those two in the middle. The issue that Peraza had was, what's the Yankee way of hitting? Hit it into the upper deck, hit home runs because you have the short porch.
Correct.
So try to lift the ball or fly ball. Guess what? Fly ball is a home run in this ballpark. However, Peraza is not that type of guy. The Yankees try to convert him into a power hitter. When he came to the Angels, what I'm seeing right now, Peraza's not trying to go yard. Yeah, he had a home run today, but you look at the other hits he had, line drive, putting the ball in play, not trying to be a hero. that's why I believe in I have confidence in him. I think he can be a decent future Angel, like maybe to an extent, maybe to the point where we could sign him an extension. He could play second base or third base. He's very versatile in the infield for sure. Obviously, he's not going to play shortstop because you got Zach Neto, but he could possibly be a solid third baseman. I know some people. I was reading the comments earlier. Should the Angels pursue a third baseman in the next offseason? I don't think so. I think Peraza could be a good fit right now. He's also pretty solid at second base, but the question is, can Christian Moore be the future second baseman? But at the end of the day, I love the way that Peraza approached today's game. Yeah, he was playing in Yankee Stadium, but he also had the mentality of like, look, let's not try to get sexy today. Let's just get on base because there's guys behind me who can also drive me in, no problem.
Yeah, work with it. Now, my question to you is, let's just say that Christian Moore finally hits his peak and he starts to tear it up in the minors. There's no doubt you got to bring him up. He's going to play second base. He starts to produce. Do you then move Mancada anywhere else? Maybe DH, maybe have him off and on first base, pinch hitter type if he's not hitting, and then maybe take that second base of right now Frazier and Peraza and move it over to third?
I would say so. Like you would have to platoon a little bit. Moncada would be a good platoon player in a way because, at the same time, Moncada is a switch hitter, so he can play every day if they want to. But at the end of the day, too, you have Jorge Soler DH. You can implement. There's times where it's like, okay, a right-hander's on the mound. Go ahead, put Moncada in. He can DH for the matchups. And then if a lefty's on the mound, you put Soler in. But at the end, but also too, Soler, the way he's hitting, you kind of don't want to like take him out of the lineup, but he's also hit and miss as well. So Moncada could also be trade bait as well too. He probably most likely will be at the deadline. Last year he could have been trade bait, not the case, but still, it just depends on who's hot at one point and who you're going to put in the lineup. So far, like some of the veterans are showing that they can stay in the lineup. Frazier, for example, of course, Moncada, for example. But Moncada, like, just had a good day today. I wouldn't bank on a, phenomenal day tomorrow. He could have another 0 for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
He's very streaky. Very, very streaky.
But the implication of Mayberry and Anderson working walks, enforcing that, and also putting the bat out of a launch angle into more of a contact straight, just put the barrel on the ball, I think is going to be helpful for a lot of these guys.
Yes.
To make more contact where they wouldn't be doing it because they're trying to hit the home runs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I would love to see that, man. If they can, the more depth they have, the better. Like I said, series coming up. If you get Christian Moore up here, Kyron Paris is another guy that can help out. So I think offensively, we'll be okay. It just depends on who's going to stay hot or who's going to get hot compared to who's not. Real quick, as we wrap it up here with the Angels, 3 strikeouts for Stanton, 3 for Grisham, and an 0 for 4 for Caballero and Goldschmidt. Those 4 at-bats right there really killed the Yankees' opportunities to get back in the game at all. And Detmers was able to, keep the main guys in check.
Yeah, that's the key. When you have pitchers that are able to strike out the big name players, that's how you know you're on it, basically. And then it's like we talk about in the group chat, like Sean Anderson has balls of steel. He struck it out Ohtani, Raleigh, and Judge. How many people can claim that? It's
Not
just like
and have a man pun.
Exactly. Yeah. He's like I said in the group chat, he's Thanos right now.
Yes.
He's collecting Infinity Stones. He's halfway there. He's got 3 more. Who else does he need to strike out? I mean, like Bryce Harper, maybe. That's one of the Infinity Stones that you have to snag at least, or maybe even Ellie De La Cruz, but he never got to face Ellie this past week, so that's you can put that to the side. But when your pitchers your pitchers is on your A game when like the big bats go down.
Yes.
Aaron Judge. The only time Aaron Judge got a hit was a double, but guess what? It was the 9th inning, and Reid Detmers wasn't on the mound. So let's put that to consideration too.
That's true.
And Detmers was, like I said, was on it. The off speed was working. The curveball was working. The slider was working. That's something that, like I said, I've been saying it for weeks, and I'll continue to say it. for the rest of the podcast that whenever I make appearances, the off speed needs to make a comeback. Forget the fastballs. I don't care if your spin rate is really on point. That curveball, that changeup, that slider, that's going to get you
That's
out.
the hardest thing to hit. Yes, absolutely. Now, as we wrap this one up, because it's going to be abbreviated post game, Kowanowitz versus Gill tomorrow. For the who do you got in favor right now for that game tomorrow? Because we have it to be announced versus Freed. Man, it's going to be a tough one. Day game Freed. I'm not even going to get into that one yet, or pick your brain.
Don't.
But I will say this: let's focus on one game at a time.
Of course,
Kowanowitz does have really good stuff and really good movement, but he's going up against Gill, who's been a little shaky. Angels offense looks good in this series, big time. Who do you favor and why?
I favor Kowanowitz because he does have some good numbers and he's had some effective starts against just one against the Yankees. The last time he faced the Yankees was Memorial Day week in Anaheim, and I was actually at that game. That's the reason why I know that. I remember it was Memorial Day. My sister, who was in the Navy, she was in town, and we're like, "Hey, since you're in town, we're going to an Angel game."
Let's bond at an Angel game.
It was amazing. Yeah,
cool,
my dad was there too, so it was the three of us. It's been a while since we've had like the three of us together.
I haven't met your dad yet, so the next time he goes, you got to introduce.
I will for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a very special moment to have the three of us together at that point, and I'll never forget Jack Kowanowitz. He only had one bad inning. One bad inning, and I think that was the inning that the Yankees scored majority of their runs. I think we lost the game like 2-0 or something. Like that.
Okay.
But it was a close game, and he was on point. But what's even amazing, he was on point. Barry Enright was the pitching coach. Right now, he's got, of course, Mike Maddox.
Yeah.
So I think he will be on point. I feel a little bit of confidence in him. The only issue I have is Yankee Stadium in the Bronx going to catch on to him, which I mentioned in the Thursday episode last week that we both had together.
Well, that sinker better sink, what you were talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yes.
If that sinker's up, it's going to be a long day. So we'll look for that, and hopefully the Angels can exploit and get those. Because, again, you said it about Kowanowitz, man, and look what he did his last start, 11 ground ball outs. If he's able to exploit that, and even if he gets 7 to 8 ground ball outs, that's huge. Pitch to contact. He's not a strikeout guy. Keep the ball down, and good things will happen. So we'll look for that tomorrow, and we won't even talk about who Max Fried's going to be in there. So with that being said, we'll wrap that up as far as the Angels post game. Now let me see if I have the wherewithal to switch it over to the Ducks. We could get that one out of the way with the Ducks post game. Yes, I do. There you go. Now it's the Ducks post game as we're jumping over here to finish this one out. Ducks go down 3-2 in Minnesota. You can pretty much kiss the division goodbye.
Yeah, totally.
And this was something, again, going into that homestand, Vince, I had every bit of confidence that the Ducks would either take 4 out of 7 at home, and before they hit the final 2 road games right here, and basically nail this division. And unfortunately, this is what happened. Now you're looking at a wild card position, and you could be jumped by the Kings. You could be facing, because they're still jockeying to go. You can go as high as what they might be facing Minnesota again. They could be facing Edmonton. They could be facing Vegas. At worst, you're facing the Avalanche. And again, we wanted these guys to get their feet wet, but not in this way, man. I mean, you had a golden opportunity to wrap up a very not good Pacific Division, but a good enough division to where you're featuring yourself finally.
Yeah,
and I think they blew that opportunity.
Yeah, this was the night to do it and to at least put themselves on the map and at least show the NHL and the league that they are a competitive team and they are a team that can
and that they've arrived.
Yeah. But also too, I think there also might have been a year a little bit too early too. I didn't honestly, when the season started, I didn't think we were going to be in this type of situation.
Oh, me neither.
I'm gonna be honest, you know, and like I said, I work at a Honda Center. Okay,
yeah.
Obviously, we have a lot of positivity.
What's up.
We know what's up.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it's like when to see them push for the playoff, it's like, wow, like really? Like,
yeah.
This team can do this. So I'm okay. Like, okay, if we get into a wild card, who cares? Because it's still a higher expectation than what people expected. In fact, I think more people were expecting us to be like 1 or 2 games shy of the wild card spot.
Yes.
Like it was that type of team. So we're shocking the world right now. But now that that's the case, guess what? Coming into next season, regardless of what happens in the finals, what happens in the playoffs, next season, people are going to be talking a lot about us and like, these guys are for real. So I think we need to make a statement going into the playoffs right now, regardless of what spot we're in, whether we're a 3 spot, whether we're a wild card spot. If we can make a statement, whether it be against the Avalanche, whether it be against the Kings, or not the Kings, the Knights or the Oilers, then we'll be the talk of the town next season. But I thought that this game was for sure, or should have been, the game to basically let the entire league know, or whoever is in the Western Conference, like, we're not here to screw around. But unfortunately, with it, well, honestly, we did show that we're not here to screw around, because look, it was a 3-2 game.
Yeah.
It could have been 4-0.
Yeah.
It could have been
Yeah.
4-0. But instead, it finished in a 3-2 game. I think right now Edmonton and Vegas should be looking at us and saying, like, look, these guys beat us in the regular season. We went 3-0 against Vegas.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about that part. And if Vegas, I think, should be a little bit worried, but not too worried, because right now they're thinking like they're on a skid right now. We got them at the right time if they do get that wild card. Edmonton would be thinking the same thing. If we sneak into that 3 spot, Edmonton's probably say, look, they're on a skid right now. We're not fearing them. But let's not forget, the regular season is different compared to the postseason too. Everything changes. It resets at 0.
Oh, absolutely. I will say this to what you said, Randy. First, the comments that go back to back. Randy said we pissed this one away, and I totally agree with him. Is an understatement, is what he said. Then Artie Sucks right underneath him says, I think these guys will wake in the playoffs. That is a possibility. Both of those are right. Like Randy could be completely true. They did, and he is right. They did piss this one away. I'm frustrated, right? But going into the season, none of us thought that they would have the season they had. This was supposed to be a rebuilding team full of rookies. They're supposed to get their feet wet and get experience. But now, to your point, I think that the Ducks next year, for the first time, we have expectations. Because next year, it's like, okay, we're not going to accept a non-playoff year. Like, we want a 4 or better in the Western Conference. We think we can be top tier. We have the young talent that established themselves, that came out this year, regardless of how we finish in the postseason, as a team that, hey, you got to watch them next year. Like no more is it Edmonton, Vegas, and that's it. The Kings will be better next year. They'll probably retool.
Yeah.
You're going to get the Sharks better. You're going to get the Seattle Kraken better. But the Ducks, I think, might just trump all those teams. And so I think next year is going to be a season to where, for the first time in a while, you, me, and other Ducks fans out there, Artie Sucks, Randy, and all of the others, can just be like, hey, man, hold your head high. We expect them to be in the postseason. We expect them to play better defensively, not have those turnovers that cost us those games. And you watch, they turn that shit around next year. The Ducks will be a very tough out.
It's the 2010s all over again.
Correct.
It's like the golden age of Ducks hockey was, of course, the late 2000s, but
Yes.
also a mix of the early 2010s, and then
The early 2000s too, when they still had the old jerseys.
when we were still the Mighty Ducks in the J.A. Shigir era and Paul Kariya's last ride, in 2003. So
real quick, Kyle Strange says, sorry, but the night was ruined by the Ducks. And then Randy says, I fully and definitely expect this team to be very good next year.
Well, you know what? The Angels ruined last night too, so it evens out. It evens out. You know what?
True.
You know what? Okay, I'll say on a personal note. Last night, when I heard the Ducks clinch, I looked at my phone. I said, "All right, cool," because the Angels got walked off. I couldn't even be excited. It was just so hurt. Now today it's like Angels win. I'm like, come on, Ducks, and then crap. Now it's just another Tuesday, and we got to go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. It's tough, but then again, like, this is a learning experience. I think if you ask the Ducks fans in general, whether it's newbies like Randy or oldies like us,
Yeah.
like, would you have expected them to have 90 points or more?
Nope.
I didn't either.
No.
I was thinking, okay, maybe if we can reach 80 to 82 points, I'd be happy with that.
I really thought they were going to be the spoiler team at this time of the year.
Correct.
Yes.
And then it far exceeded my expectations. It's just once you get there, it's a little disappointing because
Yes.
there was a point at the beginning of the month where you're like, if they handle business at home, we might crack triple digits with 100 points. There's a chance.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're going to fall short where the best they could do now is what, 93?
Yeah. Well, what did Mike Scioscia say? In a baseball aspect, the more wins you have in April, the less you have to win in September.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, that's the same thing with hockey. The more wins you have in November, I would say October, but it's halfway through October. So let's just say November. The most wins you have in November, the less you have to win at the end of March and going into April.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like we won enough games at the beginning of the year. And, of course, we had that losing streak, that 9-game losing streak that in December.
Which was very brutal.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But at the end of the day, like, they still were able to bounce back and they were still able to keep the consistency. And then, of course, unfortunately, we're hitting the skid at the worst point. Granted, we clinched. Okay. The clinch is great, but the skid is something you do not want to do. It's kind of like an example in 2014 when the Angels were in the playoffs. We ended the season on a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah.
Don't you want to end hot going into the playoffs?
Yeah.
Now, the argument is like, well, you're resting your guys, getting ready for the postseason. But here's the issue, though. You rest your guys going into the postseason. You hit a skid. You get to the postseason. That skid still sometimes continue. You don't reset very well. You kind of want to ride that hot hand, basically. When you're in the slot machine and you're riding it hot, you want to keep it going because it's still hot. Once it's cold, then you leave to another machine.
Or you do what's the turntable one? The one with the
roulette.
Yeah, you're playing roulette.
I'm sorry, roulette. That's what I meant.
You want that hot girl to keep blowing on it, like, hey, I got the streak.
That's craps.
That's craps. Well, see, that's why I don't gamble. but either way, I get what you're saying. The Ducks are definitely backing their way into the postseason, so they're gonna have to hit that switch if they've got one to get hot and surprise somebody. So. Ducks go down tonight. You got the Hoser Award we could play right now, but I we'll skip that. It's just a frustrating loss all in all. But we'll see what happens. We got one game left against a team that's playing for nothing in Nashville. So we're gonna definitely need that win. Kings are winning right now, 3-2 in the third period with about 12 minutes left. They could jump us with a win tonight. So. There will be some jockeying in position, whether they get the tie, whether they get the win tonight, and then obviously we got to handle business on that last game. So I think we're close it out right now. Any final thoughts on tonight's doubleheader?
Well, it's a split, but you know what? At the end of the day, that's what matters is there's still some positivity. You still got to keep your heads up, and as I always say, you got to get punched in the mouth at least once. But it also depends on when you get punched in the mouth. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a bad time for the Ducks, but can you bounce back from something like that? So I think Thursday is a test for sure after this loss. If they can bounce back from the loss, I think there's a lot of hope going into the playoffs. Because once, you get to the playoffs, you lose game one, can you bounce back from that game one loss?
Correct.
You win game one. Can you continue to make that push after that win? So the Thursday is going to be the test for sure. Is how well can we rebound?
I agree. It's definitely going to be different getting into the postseason because as well as I do that playoff hockey is completely different from regular season hockey, and so we're going to have to see that kind of test how the Ducks come out in the first game or two. Play it one game at a time.
It's more luck than skill, honestly.
Correct. And then you're going to need those pucks to get in the net like they couldn't do tonight. So we'll see what happens and whether they lose against Nashville or they win. We'll definitely see where they're at and who they face. And likely now we're going to be on the road. So that just means we'll be maybe here at Noble, and we could do this again and call
Yes.
it Ducks road games. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
But for Todd Fox and Vince the Cowboy, I really appreciate you coming on. I'm looking forward to obviously Thursday. You want to do a show too as well?
Yeah.
If you
Well,
get an
I'll be back
opportunity.
on Thursday. Yeah.
So we'll do it again, and we'll put a show out there. And like and subscribe. Check out the podcast and everything. And everybody that stayed on and watched both shows and watching us covering, we really appreciate. Thank you too, also to the producer of Stars, Randy, for hooking us up. And we'll play you out with some Stukas, and we will. Let's see if I can switch back over here. Yes, I can do it. It's perfect.
It's me.